believe the hype.
What hype?
The hype about Booby Miles.
No, hype is something that's not for real. I'm all real.
Okay, welcome back to the BelieveNoHype podcast, where sports and entertainment meet culture and all hype gets put to the test. I'm your host, Mal Rizzo. I got my man himself, A7, and CMB is behind the desk today. Getting crazy. Let's get back into it. We took a week off last week. Some of us just took the week off, and some of us actually took off.
On flights, boy.
Yeah.
Órale.
Hey, our boy went down to Mexico.
See, yo, Bibo. Yeah. On Mexico,
All right, just a little disclaimer. He's Latin American. He can do that. So.
I don't actually speak Spanish that well, but for some reason when I was out
I will
in Mexico,
appropriate. I will appropriate. I will have no problem appropriating.
I felt really good out there, man. The sun, first of all, weather, beautiful, and Acumar, which is like in Cancun, essentially. That was beautiful.
That sounds dope. Like a
Yeah,
dope
man.
name.
Stayed at this is the first time I've ever been to Mexico. First time I've ever been to like the tropics like this. Cancun, not Cancun, Acumar, one of those all-inclusive joints,
Resorts? That's the
all-inclusive
resort?
resorts, bro.
This is not a sponsored video.
No, bro. You drop that money. I would say this, like I never been.
Would you take a sponsorship from them?
I absolutely would take a
It's fire.
sponsorship from Secrets Acumar, bro.
Ooh, Secrets.
I'll
Okay, you
tell
should
you-
have led with the Secrets.
Yeah, I'll tell you
That's
all
the
that
brand
part.
name.
Yeah, that's the brand name right there. We
Yeah.
pulled up. They had the giant gates. They had to open that thing up. I literally felt like I was in an
Ooh.
episode of White Lotus. The way I pulled up,
Wow.
the way the concierge comes. They're like, "Oh, are you for here for the wedding?" They had the champagne ready,
That's
the
fire.
hot towels ready to wipe your
You
neck
said,
down.
"Si, senor."
towel.
I said, "Sí, señorita."
Mm.
Which way is mi room? You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
butchered.
Yeah, but I really don't know
They were
Spanish like that.
fucking gringo.
Like all that,
Yeah,
all that
100%.
time we spent in high school trying to learn Spanish, bro. I didn't remember any of it,
Nothing.
bro.
You couldn't say anything.
I mean, here and there, I'll know a couple of things, but it just
Damn.
was like the most. I was like, damn, I really need to learn another language because they know mad languages out
Oh.
there, bro. They know mad languages.
Gotcha.
what? Like what though? Like what? Like what's?
They know Portuguese, they know Spanish, they know
Okay.
French. They just
That's
be
good to
knowing,
know.
bro. Yeah,
That's good to know. So
Um,
when I go there and I'm speaking French, they'll understand what I'm saying.
I like
Yeah.
that.
but the all inclusive, I would say everyone, if you are never thinking about doing something like that, or if you're thinking that it might be too expensive and yada yada, I'll
That's
tell
the
you
way to go.
this:
That's
it's
the
the
way
way to go, bro.
Way to go.
There's like the way you get the concierge service, the amount of food that you eat and drinks that you drink and activities that you do, you would be spending that much money, if not more, if you were doing that all on your own.
Well, you've been to Canada this year and Mexico this year.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one, who you picking? Mexico or Canada? You have to live there for the rest of your life.
Oh, if I'm living?
You're living there for the rest of your life.
Wait, now, am I living in like the resort or am I living in Mexico City where I went afterwards?
You can pick where you want to live.
Because
I've never been there, so I don't know. But you can pick wherever you want to
Here's-
live. But you got to pick Mexico or Canada rest of your life.
I never thought I would say this, but I probably would choose Mexico City
Ooh.
for the rest of my life, bro. It just has so much. It's so big, and it almost would feel like you're in like
earthquakes there.
They do.
Is it the
They do.
freedom you think?
What do you mean?
The freedom you feel in Mexico City?
I think it's just how big it is. Like you can literally you can be in one neighborhood. It's like New York. You're in one neighborhood and it feels completely different than when you're in the other part of the neighborhood. And like there's just so much food, like so many different things. And there's like a lot of internationals, like so many different people from everywhere
Everywhere, right?
go there. Where like in Montreal where I was, like in Quebec, it's just it's just all French. Like they're different colored
Is that the only
skins.
place you ever been in Canada?
I've been to I've only been to Quebec, and then I went to like what's it called up there?
So maybe this isn't a fair question.
Where
because
else did you go?
What do you mean?
You said
Canada.
Quebec and where else?
He's trying to think.
Montreal, Quebec.
Montreal.
Yeah.
How many skin colors did
That's
you
what I'm saying. I was saying, like, no, but for
Not
real,
as many as
this-
Mexico City, I would
No,
imagine.
this is a real thing. In Canada, bro, everyone is like
It's
a
very
different.
diverse.
It's very
Very.
diverse.
Oh, really?
Everyone, yo, mad Asian people,
thought it
mad
was the other.
Indian people,
Toronto's
mad
extremely
mad
big.
Yeah,
Middle
Toronto,
Eastern
I
people.
do know.
I didn't know
Yeah, I
Quebec
know there's a lot of
was.
Middle Eastern, a lot of
Yes, bro.
Caribbean people in Toronto.
It's
I
the
didn't know
same.
Quebec.
Yeah.
Quebec, I thought it was a lot of French people.
Yeah.
Right. So they all speak French,
And a lot of
but they don't
comedians.
all look French. They all speak French, but they don't all look French.
Ah.
Like
I
mad
don't know
Asian
what a
people.
French person really looks like.
Yeah, French, you could be a little like you could have dark hair, you could have light hair, you could be tall.
I'm
you
telling
could
you,
be
bro,
Some
short.
people
they
would
were-
say the three of us look
Yeah.
French.
Yeah.
That is very true. We could pass this
And
French.
a lot of people who are like even Napoleon going back, he didn't descend
Yeah.
from French people.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, he descended from Italians. so-
Okay, very interesting. I didn't even know that. That's a
Yeah.
fun
It's
fact.
Bonaparte.
Yeah.
He's not a
Yeah.
French name.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
so I'm choosing Mexico City.
Bonaparte.
I'm choosing
Yeah, I don't know
I
if
know
that was
you
right.
spoke French, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, listen.
that was Italian. I thought.
Oh, that was
Super Mario Italian.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was offensive, but
Yeah.
Italians were good.
Well, listen, do a resort, bro.
He's
Go to-
Italian. He can
go to-
vouch for
Of
me.
course. Hey,
Yeah, see, he can do it.
go to Secrets Alcamar if you're gonna do one. Go out there, bro. It's a good ass time. It's all inclusive. They treat you real well. Mexico City, very secret agent type, CIA type looking type city, type place that you like James Bond or someone like that would like.
I think James Bond was
fly
out there.
Yeah,
you know?
2016.
Yeah,
James
that's
Bond
what you were
was in
saying.
there.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Day of the Dead stuff, like that was all crazy. Yeah, it just was a great time. It just was a lot of different food, a lot of different people, international people, and the city is just gigantic, bro. It's absolutely gigantic.
We got to take a group trip there.
Yeah, that would be a
Yeah,
fun
that'd be
one.
dope.
It's
Go
just-
check out a soccer game.
Yeah, so that's what I only had like
No
a
soccer.
day.
You didn't get any soccer.
Yeah, I only had one day,
Any
but
football.
my girl's cousin was able to go to a lucha libre match, which I was really trying to go
Ooh,
to, bro.
that's
He
that's
said
the-
that was nuts.
That's the culture.
Like,
We got, bro.
That I want to go. That's
that-
what be my main attraction. I
Bro,
love
One of my favorite movies.
I love
Yes.
wrestling, bro.
Nacho.
Yeah, but bro, it's different, bro. It's different. Like he was showing videos, like, oh man, it's out the movies. Like
Think less
really,
Nacho Libre and more Rey Mysterio though.
But I
Yeah.
love them both.
Yeah.
but it just was like the
But
pageantry.
they do have like the silly like stuff. Like
Goofy stuff.
it's a show. It's a whole
Yeah.
show,
But
bro.
it's
But
not.
it's a culture.
It's not exactly. It's a culture, but it's not like WWE. It's just
No,
so
it's different. It's different.
bro. It's just so different, and they're all big as hell. Like it's crazy.
and they have characters. Like,
yeah,
like the people worship the characters. They're
Yeah.
like in WWE, like you kind of fall in love with the person, but like in Mexican lucha, like you fall in love with the
Yeah.
full character because they're masked up.
yep.
Bro, these
So-
wrestlers are huge.
And they are dedicated. Like if they're going out and they're gonna wear their
They wear their shit out.
they wear their shit out.
Yeah.
Like, and people know like
So fun. So fun
never
fact.
unmasked.
Fun fact about Mexico City. So there's two airports, right? There's the airport in Mexico City. Trash. Do not fly. Like unless you're just trying to get to Mexico City because only a
like
half
John
hour.
Wayne. Remember John Wayne?
John
Right.
Wayne was kind of trash,
Bro, like
Nah, I fuck with John Wayne.
It was out.
John
the
Wayne
way,
in
though.
LA
It
was
was out
it was
the
out
way.
the
It's
way.
Orange
'cause-
County. It's Orange County.
Yeah, it was out the way.
But it's
bro.
very similar to that where the Mexico City airport, like the one that's only a half hour away from the city if there's no traffic, like of course it's the most convenient, but it's the trashiest airport. The airport we flew into
Yeah.
was AIFA, which was like about an hour away. You have to drive through all these crazy like towns that don't even have buses, bro. Towns that are getting from downtown to their homes via ski lifts, bro. I'll show you the videos.
Wow.
I'll show you
I
the
would
videos.
love to
It's
see that.
nuts. And they have these little ski lift like bus stops that they stop at.
No
bro.
way.
And
I
they
got
jump
I've
on.
never even heard
Bro,
that.
it was nuts. So we're driving like an hour to get to Mexico City because we went to AIFA, which the whole reason I even brought that up is because the airport, pristine, beautiful, brand new.
Fire.
Fucking there was restaurants in there, stuff like that. But they had this whole area just sectioned off just for lucha, bro. It was crazy.
In the
They had-
airport?
Yes, bro. They had the whole freaking.
Oh, that you posted a
I
picture.
posted a picture.
Oh, that was the airport?
That was the airport, bro.
That's crazy. I
That was
thought you were
nuts.
like in a locker room or something.
No, bro. So it looked like a locker room.
Yeah,
it
you
looked
looked like you were in a lucha. I thought you like went to some place that was like the lucha.
Yeah, because you saw the belt on the wall and shit,
Yeah.
bro. It was nuts. I would suggest
That's
everyone fly into AIFA as opposed
We're
to
gonna have to go
the
to
other
Mexico
one.
City.
And then you drive down. There's like these crazy towns. The culture is nuts. If I had more
Smart.
time, you already know me. If I had more time and more camera,
Yeah.
a better camera, I would have been on a little motorcycle.
Bro, that's fire.
like and just taking hella.
Just even you telling the story, like,
Yeah,
I know people that have lived there. I know people that do live there,
yeah.
but like, you're making me want to go there.
It's definitely a good spot to go. Like it's a city though. It's not like some you're not at the beach. You know what I'm saying? You're in
Right.
the city. You're doing some shit there. So definitely a good
We
time.
love that. This is all about the culture here at Believe No Hype. You
Yep.
know, it's not just sports and entertainment. We got culture too.
Yep.
So thank you for providing a little bit of culture for
Yep.
us today. Let's get back into some of our normal sports talk. Let's get a quick week 9 recap. Trade deadline came. A little bit of college football. NBA, we got some NBA action. Let's jump into last Thursday. We had Baltimore, or not last Thursday, but this past Thursday, we had Baltimore, Miami. Baltimore trying to bounce back, trying to run the table. I don't know if it can happen. I got a good playoff picture breakdown for you guys after all this, but
Okay.
Baltimore trying to get back in. They got the win. Miami not looking good. They fire the GM. They tell Mike McDaniel he can stay for the remainder of the season, which I am a fan of.
All
I've
right.
been saying I don't like. Listen, if you know you're gonna can the guy, you got to pay him. So why pay him and not let him? Maybe he works it out. Maybe we figure it out. Maybe we figure out a direction we can go in. Maybe you're dedicated to this being a guy. Everybody can't win all the time.
I mean, he's won.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's won. So you're just gonna look. I don't think they had a lot of people have been on TV saying, oh well, they were a pretty good team. We thought they were going to be a pretty good team coming into the season. I didn't see that at all.
No.
Miami. I was thinking they don't have enough on defense, and their offense is too heavily reliant on just speed. So,
and I feel like if they had Tyreek Hill, it might be a different
it'd be
story
a
right now.
Completely different story. Completely
So
different story, I think. But I would say kudos to them for trying to work it out with the coach and kind of let them finish it out. The Titans didn't even do that. They drafted a new quarterback, 5-6 weeks into the season, they canned their guy. But yeah, let's jump into a game I thought was pretty good. It was a hard-fought division game. Vikings, Lions.
yeah.
That's always a good little matchup. J.J. McCarthy came back.
Listen, we said it before that in division in the NFC, there's certain
NFC
divisions
North.
that are just
It's
like
competitive.
that are just dogfights, and every time they get together, it's like I don't care if one team is 0-5, I don't care, or 0 whatever, 0-9, the other team's 9-0.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fight every single time.
And I don't think that was like Detroit should be, we just lost to Minnesota. Like, let's panic. What do we got to do? I think they're fine. You just lost a division game. But I would say Minnesota definitely needed that win.
Yeah.
Especially JJ coming back. You got it. I mean, he's not a big stat guy, but
No.
he can win. So it was good that they got the win. Getting the ball to his guys. Defense played well. They got a nice little, situation going. If they're 500 right now.
Yeah, I mean, even the
They got a
Lions,
shot.
even these Lions losses, they still look like a good team.
Good
Like,
team,
It's
exactly.
not like I've yet to see outside of that week 1 game. Like I've yet to see.
But
them
they're a
feel
team that
like-
wants to blow people out.
Yeah,
So when they lose a game by 3 or even win by 3, you're like, but they want to be dominant every single time out.
Yeah.
Like,
but we talk about Brian Flores a lot on the show too because
Yeah,
we'd like
Brian
to
Flores
hype up
is
the
the key to
people
that.
that deserve it, and I
Yep.
think Brian Flores really is the key to that team, bro. Like
yeah.
he just
I think his issue with the NFL probably the only thing keeping him from getting a head coaching
job.
Yeah.
For sure.
To another NFC North matchup, Panthers, Packers. Panthers getting a hard-earned win. I think they're 4-5 or 5-4.
5-4 right now.
5-4, which is
Who would have saw that at the beginning of the season?
who would have saw that at the beginning of the season?
And-
When they beat Atlanta, we thought it was a fluke.
Fluke, right?
And now they beat another good team in Packers. They're getting some good wins.
When you can run the football,
Rico Dowdle.
That's
when
exactly
you
what
can run
it
the
is.
football,
And
can
no,
win
nothing
games.
against Chuba. I like Chuba, but Rico just gave them that.
He does that. He does that stuff that like Pacheco does, where it's like he just is.
He's going. You don't want to tackle that
aggressive.
guy.
He's
You
aggressive.
do not want to get in front of him.
because he's not that as big as you
He runs
think, but-
hard.
yeah,
Like
he's
when they say
fast.
run hard,
Yeah,
that's like you're
Yeah.
like, oh shit, get out his way.
it's nuts. That team is
Coming downhill.
interesting because Bryce Young is so trash, bro.
And so is Dalton. And so is Andy Dalton.
Like they're all so bad, bro. And it's
Defense
crazy.
is good though. They have some.
And that was a surprising thing to me. I never thought that the defense was actually going to be
They're
good.
like the Jags though.
Yeah.
Remember how I've been saying the Jags? They've been stacking towns. They've been at the bottom
Yeah.
of the league for the last 4 or 5 years. They've been stacking towns. So have the Panthers.
That's true.
Good, talented young players.
That's true.
On defense, offense, and like again, if Bryce is your worst player, sometimes if your quarterback's your worst player, you're not too far off of
Yeah.
the team. So he's just tiny to me.
Yeah.
I wish he was like 2 inches bigger, maybe about 20 pounds heavier.
Yeah, you could just tell he doesn't understand the game as well as you want him to. Like sometimes you see it and you're like, oh,
It just
okay, like he looks
maybe
like
he does, but on the field doesn't look like he does.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
But what about the Packers though? Like they seem that's someone. Remember, like
I
back
don't-
in week
I-
3, we were
they're
like, oh,
fooling
they're the
us.
best team in the
I think they're
NFL.
fooling.
it's because Love is just not as good as we thought he was.
Yeah,
I would say he is though, because
Yeah.
bro, he has no star receiver. Like
Yeah, but at the same time, when you're throwing the football as much as he's doing it, he has a good offense, bro.
yeah,
Like,
that offense. I think a
their
lot of quarterbacks
scheme-
could just go in that
Yeah,
offense.
they have a great scheme. They can actually run the football a little bit, which is good. You know,
Yeah, a
like
lot
look
of
at that
He
running
comes
back.
from that Shanahan
He's a
tree,
beast.
right?
yeah.
He's
LaFleur?
a beast.
LaFleur.
Yeah,
Josh Jacobs is a beast.
yeah, he's a beast.
Like, you know, he has a lot of lowlights. A lot of lowlights for a starter.
Jordan.
Jordan,
yeah.
a lot, bro.
I thought he was a little bit higher up in my rankings than I think I dropped him down. He's probably in the mid to low tier now.
I thought his ceiling was above Dak's ceiling, but
Yeah,
now I'm
that's what
looking
I-
at this and I'm like,
I agree
I
with
don't
you.
know if his ceiling is
But
there.
Dak looks
'cause Dak
good.
keeps going up.
Dak keeps
I
going
just
up.
keeps getting
Yeah.
better.
He's getting better. Team's getting more ass, but he's getting better.
Dak is getting better. I will say this about the Packers though: they're still leading the division, which is great. They're still number 1, like in that division.
Are
even
you
with
sold
the
on
Lions.
them though?
Here's my thing. I just don't want my recency bias of watching Jordan Love go through these pains right now. Forget that when they were running on all cylinders earlier in the year, like they were really killing them. You know what I'm saying? They were really
They look easy, but the defense is like.
But the defense. But I think to me, I would say the problem with the Packers right now is their defense is not doing what it's supposed to do.
Right.
Like they got all those players, and we were raving about them because those first 4 weeks, the defense was getting sacks and this and that, and now all of a sudden,
you know what I noticed in the Cleveland Patriots game a week ago is Myles Garrett had 5 sacks. I don't know what the total team number of sacks was, but you can have an elite player that impacts the game, have 5 sacks, and you still fucking lose. Get blown out.
Yep.
So how impactful is that always?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like sacks look cool, but
Yeah.
it's like if they're not impactful at the right moment and at the right, what does it matter?
Yep.
If you get a sack on first down every time, but they convert.
That's what made like Michael Strahan so good.
Yeah.
He's great pass rusher.
They were
So good.
impactful sacks.
When it
Impactful
mattered.
sacks matter.
Yeah.
So I think that sometimes we look at you look at that you see Rashawn Gary flying around, you see Cooper flying around, you see Micah flying around, you see all these defenders flying around, and it's like, but is it impacting the stat sheet or the scoreboard for in your favor?
Does it help us win games?
that's what Jerry was saying.
Yeah.
That's all Jerry was saying.
Listen,
A good example is Jadeveon Clowney. In college,
Yeah.
he was that guy.
Yeah.
He was impacting games.
he never really made a
But in
huge impact in the
He
NFL.
couldn't really impact. He would get sacks.
I would-
Decent pass rusher.
There were some good defenses, like had he been like on a Seattle, like or Pittsburgh or Baltimore earlier. Like I think he did play for Baltimore a little bit, but not like an elite Baltimore, you know.
I think Saints. Put him
Even
on
the
a bounty,
Saints.
a team that likes to
Look
put
at
bounties.
Chase Young. Chase Young's out there running
Yeah.
around, flying around with the Saints.
They have a few.
Chargers, Titans this past week. We just talked a little bit about the Titans. They're in a situation where they got an interim head coach trying to figure out their situation. The key they're focusing on right now is the development of Cam Ward. And let me say this about Cam Ward. Right now, a lot of jokes and a lot of memes about the Titans. But let me tell you this. I don't want to be the team on the other side when that guy figures it out.
Yeah.
Because I think he could be special. He could be good. Maybe it's down the road. He gets with another team. I don't know, but I see why he was the number 1 pick. I still think Shador should have been right behind him, but that's another conversation for other time. But I do see why. I mean, you want to talk about not having no receivers? You want to talk about having no real talent around you? That team is. He said it himself, and that's the only reason why I'm gonna say it. That team is ass.
Yeah.
Team is ass. Okay.
Nowhere on that team are you pointing. You're saying like, oh, like they're secure. Like,
what? At what position?
And you know me, I like Calvin Ridley and all that, but he's not Calvin Ridley of 5 years ago.
He's not even available. He's been out for the last
he's been
5
out
weeks.
because he was trying. Because I don't even think he wants to be there.
I don't think so
Like,
either. I thought they would have traded him, but
Yeah.
he might really be hurt.
Cam Ward, you can see the talent. It just oozes off of him.
Yeah.
Like it's just one of those things. But
He hangs in the pocket. He does not
Yeah,
panic, and
he
you don't
doesn't.
see that a lot with young guys.
he doesn't. But it's just unfortunate because
Have you ever even seen him scramble yet? I feel like I haven't seen him scramble.
Not really.
Not
Not
like-
really,
I
bro.
feel like I have not seen him scramble yet.
But if I'm him too, like, why am I scrambling? Like,
Well,
He's big enough to hang in the pocket.
I just don't think that's his game. Like
Yeah.
Jaden McDaniels, he'll extend plays, hang in the pocket, but he's trying to look downfield. But he will run.
You know who I like?
He will get
I think
north and
he
south.
reminds me of, even just the way he's like handling, leading the team as a rookie, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, I see that.
I was gonna say Bake, a little bit of Baker.
I'm just saying, like, just physical wise, size wise, hang in the pocket, sit in the pocket. Baker,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
he's
think he's
special.
as big as Big Ben though.
No, definitely not as big,
With
but
the
he's
style.
a bigger
Yeah,
style
yeah,
guy.
Yeah.
He's not looking to look, let me get outside the pocket. Now he's
Strong arm.
hanging right in there,
Strong
going to throw,
arm.
take a little bit of contact.
You know, one of these guys said it because it's been the
Yeah,
trade.
real strong arm.
One of these guys said it because it's been the trade deadline. Like for NFL, it doesn't take much to turn your team around.
Yeah.
Like it takes time because you typically have to finish the season. Like it's really difficult. The NFL is really difficult in season to turn it around, like to make your trades and get all these people and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But he said like an off season, within an off season, you could just automatically go from like the worst to the
Yeah.
best in your division
quickly.
I think the Titans, whoever they've put in power there for their coach and for their GM, do they still have a GM right now? Did they fire him?
I'm
too?
not sure.
Whatever they end up doing in the front office,
Yeah.
they just make sure that person comes in with an identity and
Mm.
understands that Cam Ward is the focus of that offense. Maybe give him a running back, stuff like that. Get the defense shored up, and I hope they do it the right way.
For sure.
Because they haven't had people out there to
Get
do
them
it
some
the right way.
weapons. Get some
Yeah.
talent around them. Get rid of.
Yeah.
They should have been moving guys at the deadline. They were like, "Oh, we're gonna hang on." Nah, get rid of the guys that you don't. You're obviously about to rebuild again.
Yeah.
So let the guys go who you don't want. Get some
They got some picks.
Some picks. Yeah,
got
they
some
did. They
picks.
did trade. I think they traded like 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah.
Get some picks. Get your guys some weapons and talent around him. Build the offensive line back up so you can be ready to go when he's ready. When he's ready and booming.
Yeah.
You're not like looking around like, oh man, our guy's elite, but then the rest of the team is not.
Yeah.
So.
And then you said you got the Chargers here. You say you got the
Yes.
Chargers sitting there at 6-3, solid.
Solid.
Chargers are one of those teams though that I'm like, okay, like they might beat you in the regular season. I just don't think they're going to do much in the postseason.
I agree. I was gonna say that. I think they're like Flash right now.
Right.
It's just like a show.
Right.
And they don't look like they're built. Now they're gonna get healthier, but they just lost their starting left tackle earlier this year. Moved Joe Alt from right tackle to left tackle. Now Joe Alt's done.
Yeah.
So when you get your offensive line starts getting banged up,
And they still have no real running back. Like they got to they got
yeah,
I know
no,
Vidal
Amari,
or
I
whatever.
think might come back.
Oh, is he coming back?
I think so.
Okay. Because Vidal is there and he's okay, but he's not.
just okay
Yeah.
at best.
Yeah, he's
But the pass catchers,
yeah they
elite.
do, yeah
3 elite pass catchers at receiver, 3.
yeah
And then you get this young tight end who's
Yeah.
been coming out of nowhere, balling. So, in Herbert, he's one of those guys that's like he's the guy who's like, oh, is he top 5? Nah, I don't know. He is. Some people say he is. Some people
Yeah.
say he's not. Definitely top 10, talent wise.
I think the eye test will tell you with Herbert that he's got talent,
I
but
like him.
he's just like he's definitely not. He's not a top quarterback. Yeah, like if I'm starting a team, I'm not like, oh, let me go grab Justin Herbert. But if I get him, I'm gonna be like, I can
Bro,
work
you're
with
taking
this.
you're taking him over Cam Ward.
Take him over a lot
Yeah,
of
you
people.
take him over a lot.
of
For sure, you're
guys.
taking him over a lot. But you know what I mean. I'm starting with.
And I
certain
hate to
people.
say it. Remember when we made the top 10 list? He's potentially in the top 10.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I might even take him over Josh Allen. Put Justin Herbert on.
Never.
That's-
Never.
Justin
He's gotten in
Herbert.
playoff shootouts with the best of them.
I'm talking about this.
Bro,
No, okay, you're talking about the
he shoots it
team success,
out.
but I think as far as a passer,
Hit,
like
bro.
a passer,
And
you
when
don't
it
think he's a
matters.
better passer than Josh Allen?
When I saw him,
Passer of
No,
the football.
Josh Allen, bro, he's dropping dimes to guys like Keon Coleman who can't even catch
that's
the
a real.
football.
That's a
hear
good
you.
question. That's a really good comparison. Their arms are slightly different.
Yes, different.
Josh,
Exactly.
Josh has strength where he can get the ball down. He could definitely throw 60, 65
He's not
yards.
this most accurate guy though.
But that's
Yeah.
the thing. I think he leans towards a little more accurate, but he doesn't throw those darts at 30 yards,
Yeah.
40 yards. Like,
Yeah.
He can't throw those. Kind of like Dak. Dak doesn't
Yeah.
throw a dart at 30, 40
Right.
yards. Herbert
He will
throws
get
a
it. Yeah,
dart
that's
at
just-
30, 40 yards.
Yeah.
But he can also throw 65, 70 yards.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's
I
a
don't know, they're
quiet guy.
different.
I feel like a lot
They're
of
different.
people like
Yeah.
he's so quiet. Like Josh Allen's a very vocal guy. You see him on interviews. You don't really see, and that may be an East Coast West Coast thing.
Yeah.
You don't really see.
Yeah,
Justin
I just
Herbert all
seen
the time.
Josh Allen single-handedly winning games.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I've
Yeah,
ever
Josh
seen
Allen- I'll
Justin
give you that.
Herbert.
I'll give you that.
playoffs.
Yeah, I just never
But that's
seen
because
Justin
of
Herbert.
his running ability is elite.
Yeah.
Second to probably only Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Very
he's
true.
that level. Like I think he just passed or tied Cam Newton or passed him for a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Like so I will say that puts I think as a total package, yes, but I would say as a passer, as a quarterback, sit in the pocket, throw the ball around, I might give you we might have an argument about Herbert
Justin Herbert.
and Josh Allen. And some people do have that debate. That is already a debate. A game I liked this week, and I had the Steelers winning it, was the Colts Steelers.
Mm.
I thought they had to win,
Yeah.
and I was like, there's no way Mike Tomlin is gonna let the Colts come in here and whoop his ass. Like,
Yeah.
he's just not gonna let he's not gonna let Daniel Jones come here and he's not gonna let Jonathan Taylor go crazy.
Yeah.
That just never been his MO to let a running back come in there and go crazy, and a team like that Indy. So I definitely had the Steelers winning that game, but Indy, I wanted to definitely talk about Indy for a little bit because the success they've been having. You know, we talked about it. We at first we made jokes about it, but now we're looking like, no, this team is legit. Turn around. One thing that we haven't pointed out or talked about is the fact that Carly Ursay Gordon, the former owner Jim Ursay, his daughter inherited the team after he passed away, and she said, she admittedly said, I don't really know too much about what's going on, but I want to find out everything about everything that's going on. She's been on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
She's got a headset on. She's taking notes. Whatever she's got going on seems to be working,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if she's eligible for Executive of the Year, but I bet you her name will be brought up in those conversations as she is.
Bro,
Because-
I don't know. You think it's her being there?
Not her solely, but it's that creates an accountability that
Yeah.
most teams don't really have. Like you can't bullshit. And
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think the timing is excellent because the fucking team right now has a great defense.
It's the same, basically the same
great
team that
offense.
showed up last year, though.
Bro,
Except with Daniel
except-
Jones, it's the only difference.
You know what I'm saying? That's all
Bro.
I'm saying, bro.
Only
So
difference.
the thing I do see that's different is somebody that's got built to ass.
Yeah,
Y'all better be doing what you said you were going to be doing.
yeah. And
That's all
and
I'm
the type,
saying.
And the type of, like you just said, and she's checking.
Yeah,
She's checking. She gotta listen. She's checking it
She's
twice.
checking that
You
shit.
know, like she's.
You can't
really-
tell me that accountability is not giving. That's not the sole reason that they're 7-2. But that's got to be. That's a. That's.
And I think this
can't
is.
tell me that's not a
And I think this is
contributing
true for a lot of teams, bro. Which is this. Like we talk about this with the Jets, with the Johnson family. Talk about this with the
Yep.
Falcons, the Blanks. And I feel like a lot of these teams, they get, because the ownership has been there for so long, they found ways that they can get around.
Yep.
Like, oh, we don't have to tell Woody Johnson this. We don't have to tell this because we can just do X, Y, and Z because he's not worried about this.
And then your organization gets into chaos.
Exactly. And now you got someone who's like, well, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I'm about to figure it all out.
Yeah, we got to
and
figure
I
it
got
out.
this
And I'm watching.
this clipboard right here,
Yeah.
and I'm taking notes. And I think everyone had just like they're just a little bit tighter
Yeah.
and putting that shit together.
And listen, and it sounds to me like she's giving the green light. They made a couple big moves
Yep.
this week. They went and got Sauce Gardner, got rid of A.D. Mitchell, who wasn't really performing to where they wanted him to be. They got
Yep.
a ton of receivers too,
Yep.
so they didn't really need him. And now they add Sauce Gardner to that because I was like, man, they're just missing an elite corner.
Yep.
And then they go get an elite corner.
To get Sauce, yo.
They get Sauce Gardner, freeing my boy Sauce.
I
out
think
the
he has
pen.
to. I think he has to pass like concussion protocol or something like that to play this week.
Was he in? Because he was out, right?
Yeah, he was out for
Yeah.
a little bit, but I mean, nonetheless, he's still one of the best cover man corners.
He gonna
out
figure
there.
it out. And maybe his concussion all of a sudden
Yeah.
feels a little better
Yeah.
because he's 7-2.
You know, a winning organization. But I think that also too with to the Carly thing is, I think sometimes allowing, like, because she doesn't know as much as maybe like her, or maybe not as involved as her father was.
Yeah.
It allows some of the other
trying to
people,
be.
right? She's trying to be, but I think it allows some of the other people to maybe just do their job just that much better because
Yeah.
they know they know that she's watching, but they also know that like that they could probably do what they want to do a little bit more maybe in the
Yeah.
coaching area
To
because she's
convince her to like open up a little
Exactly,
bit differently.
exactly.
Where some owners might put the clamps on you.
exactly
She might be like, well, I don't know. I'm gonna trust you.
yes,
But if it's not working,
that's what it could be, the trust in them as well. So I really like that,
I'm telling you.
and I like that she's also not like they're going.
Yeah.
And she's just like, all right, we're going to keep it. We're just
Yeah.
going to keep the momentum. Like, she's not stopping the momentum at all. And I love that
It's a
too.
good story. It's
I love
definitely
that
a
too.
good story. But definitely keep an eye on them as they get deeper.
Yeah.
Right now, they're the number one seed, number one ranked team
Yeah.
in the whole league. But I would say
7-2. The Steelers still stay on
Yeah.
top of the AFC East, which
Yes.
is kind of nuts to think that they've been kind of leading that division this entire
what
time.
are they? 6-3 or 5-4?
Uh,
5-4. They might be 5-4.
yeah, let's take a look as we go.
But I think that the Steelers, they got to keep putting it together. Aaron Rodgers, I wish they had made a move at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
They may have tried, but I think maybe one more receiver would have been like great. It doesn't have to be a DK level type of guy, but a Rashid Shaheed would have been good for them. You know?
Yeah. But,
know?
you know, Rashid went up to Seattle.
He got a new deal too.
5-3 for the Steelers.
Okay, that's pretty good for the Steelers.
It's just everyone else has a really hard road to get up there. Like the Ravens still
Yeah.
gotta, they gotta win they gotta run off like 3 or 4 games in a row.
As much as I would like to see it,
Yeah,
and they're gonna win a lot more football games, I just don't see them making the playoffs.
yeah.
It's just too many good teams in the AFC right now to have a sizable lead on them, and I don't know if they have a really favorite, especially with their division.
Yeah.
That
gonna be
division
tough.
is you got to show up on Sunday. There's no wins given in advance in that division.
Nope.
So you
Nope.
got to show up. 49ers came to town this week, took on the New York Football Giants.
We call that a spanking.
Got a little bit of a whooping.
Is that what we would call
A
that?
little bit of a whooping. It was about what 10-point game.
10-point game, but I think they were saying people were leaving again at halftime.
Well, that's typical. That's
Yeah.
normal. But Mac Jones came to town. Mac Jones been a great season for Mac Jones. Very happy for the guy.
It just
earned
really,
himself some money.
it just really, and I've said it so many times, bro. It just makes me wonder, why do you pay Brock Purdy all that money if this
Anybody could do it.
Anyone could do it, yo.
Anybody that anybody
why was he even an MVP conversation? This is like, why was he even an MVP conversation?
Can I just sidebar real quick? Because I had a little rant that I want to
Like-
get off real quick. Because I'm glad you brought that up. Right, the greatest quarterback, greatest football player of all time is mostly unanimously agreed to be Tom Brady. Tom Brady, on an average, Tom Brady never earned more than $30 million a year. So you're telling me the greatest football player of all time, the most impactful football player of all time, has made $30 million, and you somehow think you deserve twice as much money as the best person to ever put on pads, a helmet, cleats, get on the field, and throw a football. You think you deserve twice as much money as that guy? Kudos to the agents that go in rooms and are able to convince billionaires to give them $60 million to a guy who can't even hold Tom Brady's job.
Right. Absolutely.
Doesn't even make sense. So obviously these people are great negotiators.
And that guy's never even won.
Never won nothing. Exactly. Tom Brady's the most winningest. I forgot to add that part.
Yeah.
The most winningest player of ever. Nobody's won more Super Bowls than this man. And you're sitting here telling me you think you deserve twice as much money than this man's ever made? You're telling me you deserve twice as much money as the greatest football player of all time. How are people able to go into offices and say, hey, Mr. Jones, I got my man Dak here. He's a good guy. He's been good. He shows up on time, shows up to film, does all the work. What do you think we give him about $60 million? Hey, Jared, I know he hasn't won you anything yet, but look at him. His name is the Dakota Rain Prescott. And you're telling me
Screams Texas.
it screams Texas. And you're telling me we can't give him $60 million a year? Come on, Jerry, you got it. And somehow Jerry, the stingiest motherfucker alive, gave it to him.
Right.
And this isn't even a rip on Dak. Dak plays well. He's playing an MVP caliber. But back to the Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy getting $60 million a year? Somebody tell me how that makes sense when Mac Jones can go out there and lead the same offense just as efficiently. Because you guess what? You have Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
Okay. Who's playing like 2013, 2014, whatever year that was,
They said he had 31 touches this past game, bro. That's crazy.
He has more receiving yards than he has rushing yards. He has a lot of rushing yards. Like, he might be going for 1,000 again.
Yo,
like he did that one year.
It's wild.
So, CMB, any thoughts on your New York Football Giants? What can happen now? What has to be the rest of the season? Is this just a Jackson Dart? We're full on Jackson Dart development. Are we disillusioned that we think we're going to win 5-6 more games? What do you think happens?
So I'm in the underbelly of Giants Twitter.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And there's a potential Joe Schoen burner account that has been releasing locker room info.
Ooh.
And there's been a lot of stuff coming out how Dable isn't liked by the staff. They said he couldn't get a defensive coordinator to sign up. They said this guy, what's his name? Who's the defensive coordinator? Starts with a B. Yeah, he sucks. Anyways, this guy was about to be bagging groceries, and then he calls him up, and he's like, "Yo, come work for me." So they scraped him off.
Shane Bowen.
Shane Bowen.
Yeah.
Scraped him off the bottom
Get
of the
him outta here.
barrel.
I won't fire him.
Nobody
I won't
wants to be
fire
able to
him.
Look, I mean, Dart's playing very, 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 very well.
Very well.
Exceptionally
Yes.
well. He's
Yes.
exposing
Extremely well.
how bad the other guys around who are like, okay, these are like role player guys.
Yeah.
He's exposing that they're really not as good as we thought they were.
They're not NFL caliber.
Not
And
NFL
then
caliber.
also,
Jalen.
right? Show me someone that Joe Schoen or whatever the fuck his name is.
Shane.
Please bleep the F word. I'm trying to capture that. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to all the moms out there. Show me someone who he drafted outside of obviously he got Scatterboo and Dart, but I just feel like he hasn't really drafted that many people
funny you
that
bring up
outside of
Dart.
this draft.
The entire Giants Twitter brings up the clips of the Giants draft room where Joe Schoen is repeating himself to Dable like, hey, this is your guy. You got faith in your guy. I mean, hey, if this is your guy.
So we know
Pushing it over.
whose pick that was.
So he wants everybody in the room to know this is.
'Cause he thought it was gonna be a failure.
Exactly. He didn't have that.
Why
same
else
vision.
would you sign? Because it was his decision to sign Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston. So you don't go get two elite quarterbacks like that unless you now this guy's gonna fucking
Exactly.
suck.
And handling New York, bro. I mean, now, bro.
He fits
Russell
in
throws for
great.
400 yards. Throws for 400 yards. Russell almost beat the Cowboys in a thriller.
Right.
He won games for us.
Yeah. They
Gets-
gave up
gets-
on him so early,
Gets
but
benched, and when he comes on, they boo him when
Yeah,
he's
that was
jogging.
crazy.
I was at the
Yeah.
stadium.
Yeah, we were there.
They were booing him when he jogged on
Yeah.
just for one play. I'm like, dude,
Bro.
what that? So New York is intense, but dude, he's just exposing. The offensive line is working its way out. Like, there's a few guys that deserve contracts, I think.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like you gotta pay Thibodeau this upcoming year. So if we're not gonna, we didn't trade him.
Isn't
so
Burns leading the league in sacks right now?
Burns is balling, but he's under contract, so we're good.
Yeah.
It's like hey, we could win now. We got a quarterback. We have a decent pass rush. It's like this is.
And you're getting an elite receiver back, and what is shaping out to be maybe an elite running back next year.
But it kind of makes you think like, if they're on the precipice right now, you kind of have to keep this crew together. No, like because you can't just bring in a new.
Dabble, I think at this point, if Dart's success is dependent on Dabble because it's his offense,
Right.
Yeah.
you kind of got to let him rock maybe one more year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Get him a new
Now,
defensive coordinator.
if we're at the same point next year, they're 2-5.
Yeah, then you throw the
now,
bomb in.
now you're looking for Josh McDaniels or whoever to come in
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fix this thing up because it's going to be a shit show because people are not going to put up with that.
But-
When we see the talent that exists. You're okay with that when the guy's a rookie losing? You're not going to be okay with that year 2. The guy's playing elite football and you can't put it all together.
Yeah. So what do you do now as a team though? Do you just focus everything on the development of Jackson?
Double
Dart?
down. You double down
you
on
gotta.
everything.
You got
everything you have.
So
you
at a certain
double
point
down on.
though, so at some point then you gotta
got
pull
8
him out.
games, bro.
Yeah, but at a certain point you gotta worry about. I don't want my guy taking a serious injury. Look at
Right.
Jaden Daniels, right? Like,
Look, you play the games. We've played games with like what is that, 12 personnel or whatever, 11
Yeah.
personnel. We put out 3 tight ends and 1 wide
Yeah.
receiver.
Yeah.
Full games like that.
Yeah.
So
at a certain point you just gotta shut him down from running.
exactly, like
If
we'll
you
make
can do
it.
that-
We'll make it work.
Yeah.
But the idea is double down on everything.
He runs
Like
a lot.
you were mentioning Schoen's draft picks.
Yeah.
Giants fans hate Tyler Nubin, but as far as like run stopping safeties,
Yeah.
he
I
ranks,
like him as a tack.
as a tackler and coming down
He'll step
down
up.
from the box. I like it. Like he just needs to learn how to
Yeah.
deal with NFL speed.
Yeah.
Just learn how to deal with that at that safety spot. He's not slow. He's 4.5 guy. He's not slow.
Yeah.
You have a fucking dude in who's that cornerback out of Kentucky? 22.
Phillips.
Drew Phillips.
Drew Phillips. Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
They both came
He's
in together.
Scatterboo on defense.
Yeah.
He's just a dog.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
versatile.
And the calls that like, yeah, he does get a lot of PIs, but it's like he has elite games. He has like
He's not that big either.
He's like 5'9". He has like 2 or 3 picks this year.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the dude's a dog, and he shuts down big receivers, big names. He's super quick. It's like Schoen can draft decent. Schoen's not a bad drafter. So it's like just keep doubling down, and you look at the Giants' success over the years. It's like Coughlin didn't inherit an elite team.
No.
Like, towards the end of his career with the Giants, he had guys that have been on the team for 6,
For a long
Yep.
time. Yeah.
4, 5 years.
That's how you create culture though.
Yeah.
Created a great culture,
Yeah.
and they won Super Bowls, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then McAdoo comes in and ruins
Ruins
Eli's
it, yeah,
Iron Man
ruins
shit.
it,
Why? Because ownership came down and said, we want the change. And
Yeah.
McAdoo had to
Yeah.
be the fall guy. So it's like when ownership gets involved, when things
Gets messy.
get
Yeah.
revolving doors starts opening and closing, like you said, it gets messy.
It definitely gets
Double
messy.
down, bro.
A defensive slugfest I saw was Broncos Texans.
Yeah.
2 scrappy teams. Texans, again, I would say can't get a good read on them. Broncos, I got a good read on them. I like the Broncos. I'm not a team. I wouldn't want to be a team that has to face the Broncos.
No.
Especially not when it counts because they've always kind of been a thorn. Like, as a Patriots fan, they've always kind of been a thorn in our side. But now they're like, the defense is good. I know PS2's out. But there's just a scrappy team, scrappy on offense, scrappy on defense, scrappy special teams, well coached. Obviously they got Sean Payton. That's a team you don't want to have to face come December, January. Texans, on the other hand, I think CJ's out this week. I think he got cracked. He got cracked pretty good. I was watching that.
Well, CJ Stroud. Oh yeah, he got
cracked
pretty bad.
pretty
Yeah.
good. So he's out for this week. I don't know
Yeah.
what the exact injury might be, concussion protocol or what, but I know he's out this week. You guys got any points on that?
I do, but I kind of want to merge him into the points from the Jaguars Raiders
go ahead.
game.
Yeah, because I was going to jump in.
Or at least like the Kansas City game. I got nothing really crazy to say about the Texans outside of that. I feel like they're just very mid, and
Yeah,
they're
very
just
mid.
they're very
Good-
much like
Good choice of words.
They're just to me they're not good. They're not bad, but I don't feel like they're going anywhere.
I'm
Yeah.
not sold, and I don't believe that.
Yeah, I'm not
no hype,
sold,
I
yeah.
don't believe. So.
Yeah, the hype. I'm not believing the
Hype
hype.
is not real
But
there.
the Broncos, I believe that they could go to the Super Bowl.
I believe the Broncos
Like
could cause a
I
lot of problems.
really believe that.
Especially fully healthy.
I really believe it, bro.
They can-
Struggled against Giants.
I know what you're saying. I
but
know,
you're right, but-
I know, but like I just see it. I see, and
But because they're scrappy, they won.
yeah, and I watch how they play, bro. They played the type of game that's like they almost kind of play like the Eagles a little bit. Like, like I kind of see it. Like they don't have the names as much. Like
They don't have the names.
Like,
They do
but
not
they
have any
kind of
names.
play like I like it the way they do. They use Harvey, the way they use all these guys. It's
They
like
can run the ball pretty good.
I kind of like it. And to be honest with you, in that division, the Chiefs are third, bro. The Chiefs are 5-4.
Chiefs
The
have an uphill
Broncos are
battle.
7-2. So if the Chiefs don't even, let's imagine the Chiefs don't make it to the playoffs, because there's a real possibility that they don't make it. Right?
That's possible. I think of right now they're not in.
Yeah, they're not in right now. So if they don't make it, the Broncos don't really have too many teams to really, really, really get through. To like to really to have an issue.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't think they have that big of a too many struggles. There's not a lot of teams in the AFC outside of the AFC East teams, like the Steelers maybe. But I think
they could easily beat
take
the
the
Colts or the Patriots.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Maybe not easily, but like they could beat them.
the Patriots, I think could beat them. I don't know if the Colts are going to take them out because just of lack of experience. But like, I really like this Broncos team. They're an early front runner for me for the Super Bowl at this point. So
I like that take.
yeah,
But jumping to that Jags Raiders game, Jags.
nuts, right?
Listen, I mean, at the end, Pete Carroll, he don't want to tie a game. He wants to try to win.
Yeah,
They try to win.
yeah. Gino's showing his Gino-ness right now.
Very Gino. He's having a very Gino season right now.
Like,
take that however you want. He's having a very Gino
Very
season.
Gino season.
I'm glad you said that.
It's I think this shows, at least Raiders Nation, it shows Pete Carroll like it's time to get this quarterback. Like
I thought they were going to be competitive this year. I guess sometimes it's hard to rebuild a culture. They went from Josh McDaniels. They're in the middle of Josh McDaniels. They went to AP. From AP, they shouldn't have got rid of Antonio Pierce. I'm not even going to lie to you. That he was
really
like
putting
a
it
heartbeat
together.
guy for them, for those players there. And when he left, now you got Pete Carroll. Now you're trying to rebuild off with guys that were like loyal to maybe two other people. So I think right now they're going through that machine wash.
Yeah,
Get the guys out, get the right guys in it.
that's literally exactly what it feels like. We watched a lot of football.
Jacoby Myers just left
we know
town.
that Jacoby went to the team that just beat them.
Exactly. It's like fuck you
Or
guys.
the team that they lost to, at least. And the team that they lost to also lost Travis Hunter.
Yes.
But they pick up Jacoby Myers, so they're doing okay. But that team, though, they're just another team that just knows how to win. But
Jacoby Myers can't play corner though.
no, he can't. He can't. He definitely can't.
But
the Jaguars be winning though, bro. Like it's nuts to think, but
talented football team.
they be winning,
Talented
bro.
football team.
And
Let's see if they can put it together because a lot of pressure on them. I think mostly to see Trevor Lawrence perform. A lot of people have him on the cusp of being a bust.
yeah,
So I think if they can make the playoffs, maybe win a playoff game, that
I would like to see this particular Jaguars team in the playoffs.
Yes.
So as we watch the rest of the season unfold, that's a team that you'd want to see because they're going to be fighting for that wild card spot along with the Chiefs. So, if the Jaguars can get there, they're going to be dangerous. They're well coached, and like you said, that defense is looking good.
Mm-hmm.
The offense, I'm sure, when they all come together, when they have Jacoby, Travis, and Brian Thomas Jr. on the field, because Brian Thomas has been hurt too.
Yeah.
Like they get them all on the field at once with all the other running backs that they got.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a fun team to watch.
Hell yeah. A team I thought was going to be a little more fun to watch this year, but they really haven't been, has been the Commanders.
Right.
They played the Seahawks this week. Seahawks have what I thought the Commanders were going to be this year.
Yep.
The Seahawks are what I thought the Commanders were going to be.
Yeah.
And we've said it for maybe about 4 weeks in a row. We don't know if it's the East Coast, West Coast time zone thing, but not enough people out here in New York media are not talking about the Seahawks. I don't want to. That's another team you probably don't want to be on the other side of right now. When you look at them, you're like, we can beat them.
Yeah.
And then the game starts. You're like, oh hell, how you fucking guard number 11?
Yeah.
How you fucking stop this guy?
I told you, bro. That's why I like the Percy Harvin reference. He was running the football now, bro.
Yeah,
He
bro.
was running the
Yeah,
football.
No, they definitely heard that. They definitely heard
Yo,
that,
I'm like,
They
this
definitely
man
heard that.
can't do. There's nothing he can't do.
bro.
Yeah, they heard it. They said.
Percy?
They said Percy.
That's a,
Oh,
Here, Jack.
he's gonna motion you and just go like this with your arms and
Bro.
take that hand off.
It's nuts, man. That team is absolutely nuts, bro. And they
Sam Darnold. I thought last year was a fluke with
Jaden.
with the Vikings.
Vikings, yeah.
But I didn't think he was going to have this much of an impact and play is still as good football. So it just proves how much the Jets, like, really, I'm not even going to go into a crazy Jets rant right now, but how they just I don't know. They mismanaged that talent because the kid can play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And sometimes, hey, listen, just like Baker, you got to bounce around a little bit, get your feet wet. Then you find it, you get a team. Daniel Jones, same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're seeing that Sam Darnold, good leader, running that offense. He was 21 for 24.
I know, bro.
4 TDs, bro.
300 yards.
Like, come on, like it's
Elite
nothing.
stats. Elite stats.
Elite stats.
And you know a team's offense is going wild when people start saying Clint Kubiak. That's their offensive coordinator. All of a sudden,
That's Gary's son,
that's
right?
Gary's son.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, his name is being thrown around everywhere.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
is he going to be a head coach? Is he going to
Oh,
be this? Is
yeah,
he going to be
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Because a couple years ago, I don't think he was getting that type of
No,
praise.
they were
Now,
he was Gary's son.
yeah, but now they're really rocking up there, bro. And they just added on the trade deadline. They got Shaheed up there, so now they got freaking.
Oh, yeah, they got Rashid
You know what I'm saying?
Shaheed. Now you got to pick.
Two of them.
Now you're going to have to pick.
Yeah.
11 or 22. Who you going to to? Where's the safeties going to go now?
Yeah, exactly. And then wait
You
till
gotta have 3 high safeties.
and
to
wait
guard
till
these
Cup
two.
and them come back, bro. It's gonna that's
Oh my God, I forgot they got fucking Cooper Cup.
yeah, bro. That team is out.
Squad.
Squad.
And
bro.
the tight ends, they're like no name guys, but they ball too.
Yeah.
It is a squad up there. I love watching
Can
them
the
play.
defense keep teams under like what 24 points? You know,
I think so.
because they're gonna put
I'm
up
very
more
impressed.
than that.
I'm very impressed by Seattle this year.
Yeah, I think they can. And I think me tagging Jaden Daniels as the new RG3 is.
Yo, you were right. I was gonna say that to you, but I was waiting. You not same injury, different
Not
injury,
different.
but same mismanagement.
It's what I'm saying. Like it's just mismanagement. It's
And
like
mind you, this is a completely different coach, completely different ownership, completely different G, and yet same bullshit.
Intrinsic in the organization.
yeah, bro. And I just think it's one of these things where
Curse of the Native American.
right. Could it be the curse?
No, you got to bring the logo back.
Bring it
it
back.
back.
That's why, bro.
I think they are. I think they're
It's
trying
just
to get it back.
it's just nuts because people tried, and I think it's just mismanagement and mislabeling. They
He
try
shouldn't
to
have been-
label him.
You're getting
Lamar.
waxed though.
Yeah.
Get this, he's already just came off of being hurt,
Exactly.
Take him out.
Take him out.
Take him
Take him out.
out.
The
and a
game.
couple other guys got hurt too.
You just saw Carson Wentz, but like literally
I
die on
know.
the field.
I know.
Come on.
Like
So-
it should have been a lesson learned. But it's just it sucks.
And Dan Quinn, DQ, he said it. He said that's on me.
Yeah.
It's 100% on me.
The problem is you can't get his
get it
arm
back.
back.
You can't
know
get
what
that
I'm
back.
saying? It's already broken.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. And again, I mentioned it in jest like back in week 1. Then it started happening, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh snap!
yeah,
like this
yeah,
is
yeah.
kind of crazy because I really don't want
They
to
start
see
getting banged up.
right because I don't want to see Jaden Daniels not on the field. I want to see him playing football.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to see. I want to see Jaden Daniels playing football.
Yes.
But I think now this organization, now people know, like, yo, as much as he likes to run and do all that stuff, you got to protect this man because clearly, like, he's starting to get a little bit of a history. So it'll be nice next year to see him get healthy, come back, and play some real good football again. But prayers to you, bro, and I hope you get it right. But you're looking like the new RG3 out there.
Tough, man. Tough. Speedy recovery to Jaden. And the Commanders, they're probably about to go. Phew.
Yeah.
Unless Marcus Mariota fucking comes out as a historic run for himself. Maybe hey, listen, he's a little bit older than some of these guys that are having career resurgences. I don't know if this
He's
coming.
not. Cheeks.
He doesn't have the tools,
He's
bro.
not
Dang.
Cheeks, though.
He's
He's
not
not
cheeks.
Cheeks.
Exactly. He's not cheeks. That's
Like,
all
I
I'm
hate when
saying.
people crap on him. Like he's not.
What has he done, dog?
No. Why were you
This is
saying
personal
that?
over
Why,
him.
why
This
wasn't
is
he
personal
saying
over
that
him.
about
He
the
let
Bengals?
them down.
Why wasn't anybody saying about the Bengals? Who was the Bengals kid that came after Joe Burrow?
Ass.
You don't even remember his name.
Browning?
Who?
Browning?
Oh yeah, I thought we had an owl in here.
He's ass
Who?
too.
Dude, he horrible, so bad they went and got a 40-year-old quarterback to show him.
All right.
You can easily throw for
Joe
4
Flacco.
TDs.
Now, but Joe
Is
Flacco, you said that yourself.
goated.
Exactly.
He threw for
100%.
475 yards.
100% good.
Joe
You know,
Flacco.
friggin' the defense. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean,
But it's important
yeah,
to
it's
have
kinda
decent
defense.
backups.
It
bro.
is.
It's
I just don't
important.
think Mariota's a decent backup.
No. Listen, let's jump. Just we just brought him up. Joe Flacco. Jump into that Bears Bengals game. Bengals lose to the wire at the wire again. Lose to the Jets at the wire is one thing. They lose to the Jets and the Bears at the wire. What's going on? Is the defense? They got nothing. They're not fighting for it. The offense is fighting. The offense is like, yo, we don't got Joe Burrow. We got Joe Flacco now. Let's keep fighting. Defense. I don't know if the defense is a fighter or they're just ass.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. I don't know if Zach Taylor's got the whole team believing that they could actually had made a run. Like, I feel like once your starting quarterback goes down, you got to rally the guys to be like, because like he's coming back. right?
Yeah.
Or that was what the
That
plan
was the original
was,
plan.
was,
But maybe
was for him to come.
if the playoffs are out of reach, maybe not.
Right, maybe not. But the plan was for him to come back. So if that's the plan, you got to go into your locker room. You got to be like, yo, we got to figure out a way to win. And then they started losing. They go get Joe Flacco. Like Christian said, I'm not a believer, but Christian was saying, yo, Flacco's going to come in and ball out. Flacco's going to come in and ball out. And that's exactly what Flacco did. But the rest of the team doesn't seem like they believe. So is it that his voice isn't being heard in like on the defensive side of thing, or like talent? See,
listen, they're 3-6. They were gonna really have to run the table.
Yeah.
To
That defense goes up against that offense every day in practice.
Yeah.
They know what they have on offense.
Yeah.
I would say one more loss, they're cooked.
Yeah.
They got no shot.
I think might be the best thing for the Bengals too, though, just to lose and get some high draft picks at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, trade deadline's up. They didn't really do too much. They got rid of their linebacker. They got a little.
Yeah, but they didn't get rid of Hendrickson.
They didn't get rid of Hendrickson. Looks like he's staying. So it's like,
give him a deal. Pay the guy.
yeah, maybe they can get him a deal now. Maybe they can really rebuild for real. Or trade him
At the end of the season.
at the end, like once the season's up, trade him, get some more picks, and try to rebuild.
Yeah.
I think a lot of teams took that strategy this year, and we can get into that with the trade deadline. But I think a lot of teams this year decided just to hold on to the guys that they know are good, but they didn't want to make too many moves with, and they figured they'll just trade them closer to the draft to get some picks back.
Rams Saints. Tyler Shug makes his debut. He's kind of ass to me.
Trash.
Rams pretty dominant. I would love to see the Rams make a run. I love Puka. I would like to see him get fully healthy. He keeps getting hurt, coming back. He's a dog. He ain't giving up. So he keeps getting hurt, coming back, getting a different injury.
He'll run on 3 legs if he needs to, bro.
Yeah, so how you going to do that?
Like a dog on 3 legs.
Yeah.
He'll run like a dog.
I know what you're saying.
My bad.
But no.
Come on, pause.
He'll run like a dog on 3 legs.
Oh, man. We all had those days.
Yeah.
Bro. We all had those days.
I just got back. Just got back.
But I would like to see the Rams make a little bit of a run. Chiefs Bills. I think we didn't get to air last week 7-on-7, but I watched it.
Yeah.
And you said the Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills are always going to get the best of them in the regular season.
Yep.
But can they do it when it really matters?
Yep.
And again, what most people probably thought was going to happen, which usually happens during the regular season, the Bills handle the Chiefs. But that's all well and good. But if the Chiefs somehow make it to the playoffs and show up again, can the Bills get over that hump? And I heard somebody say this year, when I think I was after the Patriots-Bills game, they said, the Bills are so focused on the Chiefs, they built their team to beat the Chiefs and nobody else. That's why people can beat them. So are the Bills in the position that they need to be in, or have they been just over-focused on Kansas City and getting that monkey off their back?
They got to do something. And Josh Allen definitely, we said this earlier, covers a lot of their flaws.
Yeah.
Because they have some real issues there that they got to figure out. And I'm not saying, don't focus the team around Josh Allen, but they have to start putting some attention into some other areas of that team. The defense is good, yes, but they got to get the wide receiving core. I know Josh Allen can throw to anybody, but it's they got to really take a look at how this team is getting put together. Maybe they got to move on from Joe Brady. I don't know what they got to do, but they got to do something because they are another Groundhog Day type team that just they're a really good Groundhog Day type team, but it just seems like they're doing the same things and just getting the same results, doing the same things and getting the same results.
Listen, I thought their best team that they or the best looking they've been was last year. They look still pretty good this year.
Yeah.
The Patriots are right there tugging at their coattails. So, I mean, and the Patriots are actually technically in the lead in the AFC. So, listen, I would love to see them face each other in the playoffs. Nothing more than I love them beating the Bills in the playoffs. So, hopefully we get a matchup there. Cowboys, Cardinals. Cowboys. Defense obviously sucks. They went out this week, made 2 big trades. One medium-sized trade. Look, however you look at Logan Wilson.
Yeah.
And they went and got Quinnen Williams.
Yeah, love that move. We were talking about that move actually a couple weeks ago, too.
Yeah, listen, like I said, we'll get into it a little more.
And you said,
free the guys. Free the guys.
Wait, you said when I said, they're going to trade Quinnen Williams to the Cowboys 2 weeks ago.
And I said, don't do it.
Said,
no, I said, don't do it because why? He's a franchise player.
Right.
And what did I say in the group chat last night? I said, stupid for the Jets to trade their 2 defensive franchise players.
That is very true. But they did it.
They
They
did
did
it.
do it. They
You
did
called
do
it.
it.
You
You did.
called it.
You
Did
did
it.
say that.
And the Cowboys got them, and I think this is gonna be good for the Cowboys because we saw against
Great
the
for the
I think
Cardinals.
it's gonna be good for Quinnen Williams. I think
Yeah.
that's a
Great for
great fit.
Yeah,
Great fit for personality wise.
He wants to win. He looks like a
Yes.
guy that wants to
Yeah.
To
just
be a
win.
Jerry will love him.
but the Cowboys are another one of those teams like the Ravens and like the Chiefs that have a long way to go.
Long way to go. They
like the
got to be consistent from here on out.
Yep, I think they got to go got to win 7 games out of the next like 8 or 9. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
tough.
It's gonna be very tough for them.
Is the offense ready to go? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hey, they just keep and I keep hating on what's his name Williams. What's his name?
Javonte.
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, I told you. He was gonna
And,
be
and
good.
I still don't think he's that good, but they somehow it's like every play he gets 5 yards, bro. It's
That's all
nuts.
you gotta
That's all you
do.
got to
That's
do.
all you gotta
I guess
do.
it's all you got to do. And then Dak tossing it all over the place. That kid Turpin on special teams.
You're Turpin.
He's kind of cracked the
Yeah.
code, I think, a little bit
He
on
got cracked.
on what.
That's all
he
we
did
get cracked, doesn't
he
it?
did crack. But there's only certain guys that have really cracked the code on kickoff. He's one of those guys. I really like the Cowboys, but the Cardinals showed some grit, and they didn't let up. That defense is good. The Cardinals defense is good. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, they are pretty good. And I like McBride. And Harrison had the game of his life.
Yeah, he did.
His dad went on a couple of shows over the weekend and was like, I don't like how they're using my boy. Then all of a sudden, his boy has a career game.
Yeah.
So obviously somebody's listening. And Marvin Harrison Sr., thank you for standing up for your son,
Yeah.
being a good dad, and going to bat for him. Because whatever it is, got to the right ears. From your, what did they say? From your lips to God's ears?
Yep.
And there was. And last but not least for this week, our beloved New England Patriots and our beloved Falcons matched up.
Yeah, I don't have much to say. My team is ass. They're not ass. My team
They're
is
not ass.
My team
There's
is mid, but it's just
Not making the right decisions.
we're in a
little things. It's the little things. It's the
Yeah.
little things. It's the little things.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
kick it like it's the missed kicks. It's just like it almost seems. So Falcons media is not Falcons media, but what did you say? CMB underbelly of Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
The underbelly of Twitter for Atlanta is that they want to fire Terry and they want to fire Raheem and all this other stuff. And I don't even like Raheem like that, but I'm not to that point of firing them yet because much like the Giants,
Yeah.
I feel like Atlanta is like they're not one piece away from winning, but they draft well. Clearly, they're drafting well and they're bringing in talent. It just doesn't seem like they're managing or figuring out like how to like win a game just yet, which is so interesting because a missed kick. Like, what can you really do about it? What can you do about that?
They got another
what I'm
kicker.
saying?
They're on their
It
third
ti-
kicker.
And that doesn't mean that they're going to win the game, but it ties the game, and now maybe you play the game
you
a
have a
little
chance.
different.
Yeah, you have a
chance,
play,
right?
yeah.
Like then you're doing like
You
weird-
never want your game to be decided by
a
that.
kicker.
Not missing a kick.
Oh, by missing a kick. Yeah,
certainly not.
And it's just like it's so interesting because we actually kind of shut down the Patriots a little
Y'all
bit.
did
Like,
pretty good.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all were
Like
very good defensively. You're
Yeah.
very good offensively.
6 sacks, bro. Like offense, and then the offense was.
We didn't let Bijan go crazy, but fucking Drake
Drake is nuts.
London.
Yeah, Drake London is
Drake
nuts.
May. We got a double Drizzy
Yeah,
balled out.
the Drizzy boys.
Drake May balled out, and Drake London balled out.
Yeah.
Drake London, great game for Drake London.
Yeah,
great
absolutely.
game. And our corner was on his ass too.
Yeah, and I think and maybe in the week 2 or 3, I said that Drake might have been like a high end number 2.
He's elite. He might
This
be in the elite
guy
category.
is like he might not be 4.3 speed.
He's having an elite season.
Yeah, he's having an elite season. I feel like that's not going to go away because the way he plays, the style he
and
plays
he's
is
big as
aggressive,
fuck,
and
bro.
he's big,
He's
6'5", bro. You keep
Hell,
forgetting because he's not ripped that he's 6'5", and it's like it's crazy to watch him play. I'm saying
Can't
bona
guard
fide.
that.
I'm saying bona fide number 1.
Stephon Diggs gave him a hug after the game, and he was like, "Bro, he's a freaking whole level of
Yeah,
size-wise above Stephon." I'm like, "Yo, he's gigantic."
gigantic, bro.
Gigantic.
But I think the reason why we lost, obviously the kick, but the whole thing, they don't know how to use Bijan.
No,
They're really
what do I say?
I know.
He needs 30 carries and another 10 to 15
Yeah.
catches.
But
every game.
But what I will say is after all, let's believe no hype, right? So let's take all the hype away,
Take
right?
it all away.
Strip all the hype away from this freaking game right
Too
here.
late. You already said
And
it.
I'll say a couple things. Special teams needs to get better. Atlanta has no depth, nor do they have any draft capital to get more depth at this point. And the last but not
But there's
least,
got to be some receivers on the street.
hold up. There probably are, but they haven't done it yet. And the other thing is, their offensive line got really banged up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They lost Lindstrom, they lost Matthews, they lost Bergeron, they lost pretty much every
then you're
starter.
cooked then.
And a couple of them are playing next week, but they're hurt. They're banged up right now.
Yeah.
So it kind of sucks.
Yeah, but now you guys went from playing the second best team in the league
to the
They got to
best
play
team.
the best team in
Yeah.
the league.
The best part about playing the best team in the league next week, which is the Indianapolis Colts, that they play in Germany.
Playing Germany is anybody's.
Kind of evens the playing field because they all got to fly out there.
Yeah.
You know, so we don't know. Like, obviously, in your head, you're gonna like, oh, of course the Colts are gonna win, but you don't know because they're
You
going.
don't know. You don't
10
know.
hours away.
Overseas, yeah.
But on the other side of the ball, the Patriots, that's a good ass team, bro.
Good
Like,
team,
we
bro.
talked about them already, but
Good
that's a
coaching,
good ass
good
team.
Special teams, good offense,
Yeah.
good defense,
And again, like, another team doesn't have all the names, but they're getting it done.
and they're taking it. The best thing about the Patriots is, like, for all the years of watching them, is when they're at their best, when they literally just take it week by week,
Yep.
day by day, because that's how you get to the show. You got to put it brick by brick. You got to put it together.
Yep.
So I think that I'm watching them do that. I'm seeing a little bit of that again. Of course, you get that with a Vrabel, right? Like, he keeps guys locked in. He's a great coach. So happy that it's working out like this. And Drake May taking a step forward with McDaniels. Listen, can we clearly say he's in the MVP conversation now? He's been doing what he's doing week in and week out. I mean, statistically, betting wise, he's leading in MVP voting.
Yep.
I don't think I don't even need him to win, but the fact that I never even thought he'd be in the MVP conversation ever in his career.
Well, again, we were joking about it week 1 and week 2, and here he is now.
Here he is now. He's been playing probably the most consistent quarterback out of everybody in the league right now, which is saying a lot. We have a good league
in his sophomore season.
Again, I think a lot of that is the Josh McDaniels effect.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that is his relationship that he developed with Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's always been a good player. Even if you watch him in college, he just very mechanically wasn't sound. McDaniels, a guy like that, he can fix you up. But again, he put the work in the offseason. It's showing. God bless Drake May. Keep him healthy and safe.
Please.
And let us keep balling.
Please.
And that's our wrap up for this week's recap. All
right, y'all. We here for the Week 10 7-on-7. We got a couple games to run down real quick for the NFL season. That's right. I'm back from Mexico with a new set of 7 hot takes. And we're gonna start right here. And you know, I'm the #1 Atlanta Falcons fan in this bitch. But this week, I can't put them on 7-on-7. How am I supposed to do that? The team has just been losing and losing and losing. Now they go out to Germany to play the best team. They just going to lose again probably. But you know what? In Deutschland, I'm not going to talk about them. So I'm not going to put them in the 7-on-7. Just know they are 7-on-7. Honorable mention. But we're going to start with this game right here. The New York Giants at the Chicago Bears. Why? Oh, the Giants suck, Seth. Why would you ever want to put them on 7-on-7? Well, you know what? Because we love Jackson Dart around this part. We do love this guy. We really think that he's one of these ballers out here. It's a local team, and we like to see them play. Also,
and Caleb Williams could implode at any second.
Also, we keep thinking that Caleb Williams is going to implode in a second, and he hasn't. He just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and he's getting more and more swag. Now this performative male is out here trying to win even more football games, coming into the games with a matcha and his sweaters and the fingernails all done. Listen, it might not be for everybody, but you're making it work, Caleb Williams. So I got Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears beating the New York Giants in Chicago. The next game of 7-on-7 is the Baltimore Ravens against the Minnesota Vikings. Why is this the next game of the 7-on-7? Because the Baltimore Ravens are trying to make a run. They have been without Lamar almost this entire season. They just got him back. They get a win. They won with Snoop the week before that. They can make it 3 in a row if they can take over the Minnesota Vikings. If they can do that, I think Baltimore Ravens have a chance to try to sneak into that wild card in the AFC and make it to the playoffs. So we're going to be watching them and making sure their storyline. So I got the Baltimore Ravens over the Minnesota Vikings because I don't think the Minnesota Vikings have enough talent to make it happen.
Wow.
Just saying. Even though I love Flores. That's just what it is. A hot take. I think the Baltimore got more to lose, man. They're trying to get that. They're trying to get that win.
100%.
Next game of the 7-on-7, game number 3 of the 7-on-7 is the New England Patriots at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We were just talking about that's going to be a good one. We got the Bake Show. We keep saying MVP Bake. We haven't said MVP Bake in a long time.
No, we got MVP Bake and MVP Drake.
But that's what I'm saying. Got MVP Drake against MVP Bake, and we're going to see what happens. Like, Tampa Bay's been going through their own injuries recently, so they've been having some issues. But just because they're quiet doesn't mean they're not a good team.
Absolutely.
So, and New England, they've been winning a lot. They're going to be going to Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay at home is going to take New England out on that one. And we're still going to be talking about MVP Bake making his run in the second half of the season.
Yes,
game number 4, another in-division game, one that's going to be fun to watch. Even though C.J. Stroud is out of this one. The Jacksonville Jaguars against the Houston Texans. That's a big game for the Jacksonville Jaguars because if they can get another win here, that just puts them, again, even higher up in their division as they try to make a run for the playoffs. Plus, they just got Jacoby Myers to replace our boy Travis Hunter, who got hurt. I don't know if Brian Thomas is playing, but if he's not, they at least have Jacoby Myers there. We talked about the Jacksonville Jaguars here on Believe No Hype. We really believe their hype, and they got a long way to go. I mean, can make a long run in the playoffs here. The next game for the 7-on-7 is the LA Rams versus the San Francisco 49ers, another in-division rivalry matchup. NFC West. I think all of those teams are 6-2. I think the Rams, I think the 49ers, and the Seahawks or something like that. I think they're all up there. So they're trying to battle out to see who's going to be the number one in that division. This is another game that they can make it happen.
And the Cardinals aren't dead either yet.
The Cardinals are not dead, but it's just going to be tough for them with their injuries and stuff. It's going to be tough for them to figure it out. But a team that has been figuring it out with the injuries is the San Francisco 49ers. Yep. They got Mac Jones looking like he should be deserving the $60 million, not Brock Purdy. And they got their boy, your boy Christian McCaffrey out here just running left and right, catching the ball, running the ball, throwing the ball, pretty much being whatever LaDainian Tomlinson was back in the early 2010s.
The white LaDainian Tomlinson.
That's right, the white LaDainian Tomlinson right there.
I didn't even know that was that.
That's a real thing, bro.
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing, and that's him right there. He's really single-handedly keeping that team alive, as well as Kyle Shanahan. But you know what? I've been talking about this Rams team on the low kind of all season. I really like the Rams in this one. I know they're going to the 49ers to go play that game, but I think the Rams come into the Levi Stadium and take that win with their team, even though they don't have Puka Nacua, because low-key, Matthew Stafford has also been putting up some big numbers, and I really like that. I really like that a lot. So I got the LA Rams over the San Francisco 49ers. Second to last game, Pittsburgh versus the Chargers. Pittsburgh just keeps winning. They've just been doing what they do with Tomlin this entire time. They don't let anyone beat them up. They don't let anyone bully them, and they find a way to win. Aaron Rodgers is out there. I wouldn't say it's a career resurgence, but he's doing okay enough for that team to feel like they got confidence to make a run to the playoffs against the LA Chargers, who is my regular season darling. And with them being my regular season darling, I got them winning over the Pittsburgh Steelers because Pittsburgh's got to go out to the West Coast to go play them in LA. Okay. I'm not saying it's the toughest place to play, but it looks like it's a road trip. It's going to be difficult. Mm-hmm. Last game, Monday Night Football, Philadelphia Eagles against the Green Bay Packers. Ooh. Both these teams, to start the season, we thought were the two best teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
Storylines change 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks later. Now we're not talking about them as being the two best teams in the NFL. Now we're talking about them. Do they have issues? Is it the quarterback? Is it the receivers? Is it the coaching? Is it this? Is it that? You know what? Here's a good opportunity for them to both be on display in prime time and figure this out. And
who you got?
Philadelphia going to Green Bay. I got Green Bay taking it. Ooh. They need it more.
Ooh, I think I
they need it more. And I think that the emergence of Christian Watson in this offense is really going to be a big deal. He had a big first game.
No Kraft.
Not that good. Kraft is out for the season.
They got Musgrave.
Musgrave is good. Musgrave is good. Kraft being out for the season. Check your fantasy teams. Get that right.
Yeah, get Musgrave. That'd be my waiver wire addition for this week.
That's right.
Luke Musgrave.
That's right. But I still got Green Bay over Philadelphia. That's your 7-on-7. We got the Chicago Bears over the New York Giants. We got the Baltimore Ravens over the Minnesota Vikings. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the New England Patriots. The Jacksonville Jaguars over the Houston Texans. The LA Rams over San Francisco 49ers. The Chargers over Pittsburgh. And the Green Bay Packers over Philadelphia Eagles. That's the 7-on-7.
We want to give a little focus back to that trade deadline so we can give a clear indication. Again, the Jets giving up their two defensive franchise players. They have probably one other franchise player. They would have probably traded him if he wasn't injured, which is Garrett Wilson. So you get rid of Sauce, trade him to a team that's probably going to make a deep playoff run. You get rid of Quinnen. That one was surprising to me because, like I said, that's a defense. Literally, the position of defensive tackle is a defensive staple. You can build your defense around that, having ends and linebackers off of that. But I just thought he was that's a guy I thought was going to be a Jet for life.
Listen, they said behind closed doors he wanted out. He was like,
today they announced they're benching his brother.
Oh wow, hey, that's the linebacker, right?
Yeah, he's a linebacker.
Yeah. So I mean, this is like a very much so like when the Giants got rid of Leonard Williams. It just was like
oh yeah,
like as much as the team loves him, and Leonard Williams but like
He's
that's
balling.
somebody who we have not
He's
talked
on Seattle
on the
too, right?
Seahawks.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why that defense is so good.
Yeah.
Is that boy?
He's in
how
the heart of it.
300 pounds and can run like a 4-5.
He's
Bro,
elite.
he's 300 pounds with a six pack.
Yeah, bro.
He's like 6'5".
It's
Bro,
crazy.
he's probably like.
huge.
I always thought he was like probably only second to like Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
He could
and
do
he's
everything.
he's still doing his thing. But yeah, the Quinn Williams thing is much like that. They said he wanted it. He wanted out
Yeah.
behind closed doors, which is I'm happy he did it professionally. That in that way, didn't make a whole big deal about it. And he went to the best team possible, in my opinion, that he
For
could
him,
possible
yeah.
go to for him. A team that can
Good fit.
help
I
turn
think
it
so, yeah.
around, and for the future too. I think if he goes there and he can play the rest of his career there, and Jerry will make sure they take care of him. I think that the Jets are doing the right thing.
Let's hear it.
Because you can it's very difficult for these guys to keep inheriting these teams and being like, oh, these other people drafted these people, these other people coach these people, but we're going to take them and we're going to make them into the team that they're supposed to be, the team that's supposed to be. It's very difficult to do that. It's very difficult to be a stepdad. You know what I'm saying?
Not if the player's elite
Bro,
or talented.
I
has
feel
enough
you.
talent.
I feel you.
You can build a team by signing.
I feel you, but at the end of the day, no matter how good the kid is, like there's gonna be that little bit of like disrespect that you're gonna have towards that stepdad.
So what are they
because
going to do? They're going to take 2 of those draft picks. They're going to trade up to get the best quarterback they can get.
They
That's-
have 5 first-round picks in the
Over
next
2
2
years,
years,
yes.
right? They don't have to use all of them right now, right? That's the key.
But tell me that they're not going to take 2 of those picks, and that's the MO. That's at least the MO for getting a quarterback.
You
right?
know what they're gonna be. This is gonna be a great story of. The first 3 to 4 years of these guys who are getting drafted are gonna ball at the Jets and have
They're gonna be like,
great,
"Look,
great
look
careers
what they
somewhere
did.
else because
what they
they're
got."
not gonna win with the Jets because,
Thank
like Malcolm says,
Thank you.
they're not winners.
Yeah,
They're not
and they
going
will
to
never
win.
be winners.
Yeah, they're going to go draft 5 elite guys.
and I agree.
And they're
that
gonna
are
play
gonna
for
fucking
2,
suck.
3, 4 years, and
Yeah.
then the elite ones are gonna jump off and have a great career right off into the sunlight.
I agree, but
Sunset,
but as an
and then-
organization, you'd rather what? Just keep your franchise guys and sell
many
jerseys
rookies-
and
how
not
many
win
rookies-
anything?
They
How
don't
many-
care.
Yeah.
How many
Bro,
rookies?
he doesn't care.
But how many rookies change? Like, obviously, they're not about to think they're going to win the Super Bowl the first year they get these 2, 3, 4 draft round picks. But when do they think they're going to be successful from rebuilding again? When do they think they're going to be successful?
I hear
5
them.
years from now?
I hear you.
They're not going to let Aaron Glenn get 5 years from now.
They let rookie quarterbacks play first year. They let guys who played a few years shown a little bit of talent.
Yeah.
They let them come in
The
and see what
owner
they
literally
got. They've-
blamed the
veterans,
quarterback.
Super Bowl winners have gone there. Like everybody goes there and they have no success.
Yeah.
You
Aaron Rodgers
gotta
went
think
there.
though. You gotta think
One of the
though,
best players of all time.
You gotta
He
think.
looked ass there, bro.
I know he did. But you gotta think that eventually. I mean, I guess that's where
You're
like
wishful thinking. You're
yeah,
doing wishful
wishful
thinking right now,
because,
bro.
because someone made a comparison about this, and this was
And you're such a nice guy. I really appreciate you
Yeah.
trying to stand up.
He's-
for that.
It's just a
I
team
just
to
like-
get good film on.
Yeah.
That's what it
I
is.
like a
Get
good-
good film playing there and move it on.
I like an old-fashioned rebuild. That's why I like what they're doing.
You got to
And-
fully gut it at the right time. You don't hire a coach,
Right.
Then get rid of the franchise players.
right, and I think
How does
if
that help him?
But if you're gonna do it, you do it now. And I think that
Titans.
it has
I like Titans
it
back
has
in the day.
Titans back in the day, but
Yeah.
they had brought up a good comparison for Jets now and the Jets when Todd Bowles got there. And what they said is like Todd Bowles got there. They had these good players still. I can't remember all the guys. Bart Scott, these guys were still on the team, I'm pretty sure. And then after that first year, they did think they won like 9 games or some shit like
With
that.
Rex.
No, with Todd Bowles the
Oh.
first season, right?
Yeah.
And then they started
Yeah,
cutting.
Todd
Then they
Bowles.
started not doing well, and then they started cutting players, and they got rid of Todd Bowles after
Todd
year.
Bowles a Jersey
after
guy.
year,
Yeah, year
exactly.
2.
After year 2, then he goes down to Tampa Bay, and he's just been winning ever since.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like very interesting because it's like, okay, that's recent history. If I'm the Jets, hopefully, if you're the Jets, you're looking, and you're saying, okay, we did that with Todd Bowles. Maybe this time we don't get rid of the Glenn after year 2 because next year they're not going to be winning either.
Yeah.
They're not. They're not going to have a team of rookies and free agents that have never played together
They're
before
never gonna win,
and
bro.
start
They're never
winning.
gonna be winning.
So, but I'm saying, like, as a Jets fan, New York media, and as the New York Jets ownership, Woody Johnson, them, are you going to say, okay, cool, we lost this year, we lost this next year with Aaron Glenn, so now we're going to cut the team again?
Here's
Doesn't
what
make
you
any
gotta
sense.
do. You
You're
gotta
constantly
clear
behind
your
the
cap.
ball.
You got to clear your cap. You got to
They
be
got
committed
cap.
to. You got to be all right. I don't know what it is, but it's not as high as it could be. It's not 50, 60 million.
Right.
So you got to make sure you clear all the cap. If trading sauce, sometimes people make trades, but they're still on the books for some of the money. So if all the money's off the books, that's one thing. So you got to make sure you get good cap because you need to. I know what you're saying, but you still need to sign veterans, bro.
Yeah, they do.
You have to sign veterans. We need to have people who have had success in the league that know what to do, that can mentor. If you're going to draft players, that can help mentor and help groom those players to get in a position to be winners. But you can't do that with losers and perennial losers. How can losers teach
It's like why do we always talk about Green Bay with such reverence? Because we know that when the players go there and they are in the community, they're talking to people in the franchise. Bro, those people have worked in the franchise for decades.
Right.
Like they understand they're coming into a place with history, with culture, that goes back decades.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's different when you walk into a building like the Jets and you're out in Florham Park and you're like, oh, this is where people collect checks and
Yes,
kind of like run out
exactly.
you run out to New York City.
Yeah, I can chill. I can go to New York. I can get a check.
Bro, I get good game film.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm in.
Yeah.
Fuck it. So like that's the thing. Like understand that. Like there's just perennial losers and perennial winners.
very true.
You know?
I just
it
feel
takes a lot to
I just
change.
feel like they're in a good position now, and I hope they don't jet it up.
They're gonna jet it up, boy. They're gonna jet it up.
They're
They're gonna jet this thing up, boy.
They're about to get some good cap after this year. They
They
got some good picks.
They're gonna jet it
They
up,
could
boy.
really make it happen.
They're gonna jet it up. So listen, I got a mid-season review to look at some of these teams that got no chance, some teams that are almost dead in the water, teams that are on the border, and our playoff locks. Okay, those are going to the show.
All right.
The people who I say have absolutely no chance is the Jets, the Dolphins, the Browns, the Titans, the Raiders, Saints, Cardinals. They're all fighting for a number 1 draft pick. Who's gonna get? I don't even know who the top draft is. If Archman comes out, maybe it's Archman. I don't think he's coming out.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone come off the board
But
just
those
yet.
teams are cooked. They're not making it anywhere. Okay. Then you got a couple teams that there's a chance. But you're gonna need hell to freeze over.
Right.
I like that North Texas quarterback.
Who's that?
I don't know his name, but he's been.
I think I know who you're
balling.
talking about too.
No,
Yeah.
I think I do know you're talking
A lot
about.
of teams.
Yeah,
on-
yeah,
He, I think
like
I
the
don't know if they're
Eagles or something.
undefeated or what, but like they've been killing teams, like destroying teams. And I know a lot of big universities are trying to pull him.
Yeah.
He could go pro.
Oh yeah, he definitely. But listen, or he could get $10 to $15 million to go.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
college again.
Exactly.
The teams that need hell to freeze over will be your Ravens, your Giants, the Commanders. Commanders might be.
They're cooked now.
Yeah. When I wrote this was before the Jaden Daniels injury. I'll put them in the absolutely no chance in hell. Bengals, Texans, and the Falcons are on the cusp, or on the border, or they need hell to freeze.
They
over
need
a
hell
little
to
bit.
freeze for sure.
Our on the border teams are the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Jags, and Cowboys may even be in that hell freezes over territory. But the Chiefs, the Jags, the Panthers, Packers, Lions, Vikings. The only reason I put Packers, Lions, and Vikings is because, listen, there's only going to be maybe 1 or 2 of them that make it out of there.
They're all 6-2 or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's very hard to tell, but they're all in the running right now. All
Yep.
4 of them for playoffs, even the Bears. And then teams that right now they look like they're going to the show. Your Patriots, your Colts, the Bills, Steelers, Broncos, Chargers, Bucks, Eagles, Rams, Seahawks. Anybody dispute any of that in there?
I'm not disputing. My thing to you is, my question to y'all is, out of the going to the show teams
Yes.
and the on the border teams,
Mhm.
it's like, which one of those on the border teams do you not want to see if you have to fight for
I don't
want
to see the
in
fucking
wild card?
Lions.
Yeah.
Or if the Packers start to figure it out a little better,
Yeah.
I don't want to see them. I don't want to see the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to see the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I would say if I could pick one from each conference, I would say Chiefs. I don't want to see, and the Lions.
Or I guess the better question would be, because I guess you wouldn't want to see most of these guys, is which one of the teams on the going to the show is the one that's going to probably falter against one of the on the border teams? Because I feel like
Chargers,
the
Broncos.
Chargers.
Broncos.
No, I don't think the Broncos though, bro.
He probably thinks the Broncos. He thinks the Broncos suck.
I think the Broncos suck.
I think the Chargers.
I think they suck. I think their pass rushers are small. They were like, "Oh, be scared of 55.
Giants-
be
the
scared."
Giants-
Look at him; he's just small.
In all honesty,
What's his name?
Small.
the
He's
Giants
nice,
should have
bro.
won that
Thomas
game
was
though.
throwing him around. I'm like,
Giants should have won that game,
bum.
though.
I was laughing. I
should've
hate
won that
Broncos,
game.
and I hate the Broncos fan base. Okay,
What's wrong with their
they
fan base?
gaslight.
Yeah, they were wilding.
They fucking gaslight. Did you see him on Twitter? I was
Didn't.
seething.
Giants fans weren't much better though.
Giants fans were saying, "Go dig up 88."
Oh yeah,
That's what
Like,
they were
go
saying.
dig
That's what
your
it. But
mans
that's what
up.
it came. They drove them to that.
That's
Okay,
nuts.
Get man's up.
they drove.
I like this. I like this midseason review. I already told you my midseason, my way too early Super Bowl pick is the Broncos at this point. Even though I think the Seahawks are
Could
my
be Broncos,
other team.
Seahawks. Could be Broncos.
No, they'll be the AFC Championship. My AFC Championship is looking like Broncos, Seahawks.
Mm.
NFC Championship is probably looking like Rams. Actually, where? No, because I don't see the Bucks. I don't want the Bucks. I don't think the Bucks can get there. These are a lot of AFC teams up here in the lock.
Yeah.
So I mean, Lions and I can see the Lions and Eagles. But something about the Seahawks and the Broncos just are screaming like AFC Championship.
I like the
Screaming.
Cowboys too.
Yeah, the Cowboys. I think
like
they
the
can make the
Cowboys.
run.
I would say,
though.
but I would
They
say
can make a run.
beware that the Eagles are starting to get quiet.
They are.
And you got to keep your eye on them because they're the reigning champ.
They made
Yeah.
a lot of moves
But
too.
now they're getting quiet. Yeah, they have. They
They
did
made
make
a lot of
They did make a
moves.
lot. Was they got Jalen Phillips?
Yeah,
Bro, they got Phillips. They got
They got a
the
few guys.
Got a
corner. Yeah, they got
Jair Alexander.
Jair
Yeah,
Alexander.
Yeah.
They got someone else too. I can't remember off the top
Somebody
of my
else.
head.
A few
They get a
guys.
receiver?
No, they got rid of Mechie.
Yeah, they got rid of Matchy.
They got some guys now, bro. They're really trying to make a run. So we'll see. They're getting quiet.
Quick little college football update. Since the last time we've been here, we've seen LSU fire Brian Kelly after losing to Texas A&M. Brian Kelly, he went down there, tried to get some recruits, but LSU, the Louisiana State whole as a conglomerate, they did not seem like they were fucking with him at this point in time.
Yeah.
And they were happy to see him go. And I saw the governor of Louisiana gave a statement the other day, and he's just like, listen, the AD ain't picking now the AD got fired, I'm pretty sure, and now a new AD came. But they were like, yeah, this guy, he ain't picking the next coach. Like, I'll pick the next. He was like, we'll let Donald Trump pick the next coach before we let this guy fucking pick another coach.
I think they just miss Ed Orgeron. They missed that. Like,
They say they about to call him. They say they might call.
why
Coach
did he
O.
leave to begin with?
The same people that the alumni when they're fucking pissed and they're fed up, they're pissed and they're fed up
Yeah.
in Louisiana. Listen, they don't fuck around. They're very they've got a couple championships in just football, but I'm sure they got a bunch of championships in other sports.
Yeah,
That's a very
standards are
big
high.
sports. Yeah, standards are high. Alumni don't fuck around. This is Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You want to fuck around with these fucking people? No, I don't.
Yeah,
So listen, they'll feed you the Gators down there.
that's facts.
So
That's
I think
facts.
they're trying to figure it out. But one thing I wanted to point out is that Indiana Hoosiers, they're undefeated.
Yeah,
How in the hell? Indiana football, undefeated. You got the Colts out there 7-2, having a tremendous year. And you got the Indiana Hoosiers having a tremendous year.
It's that
What
co-
is in the water in Indiana?
it's that
I've been
quarterback.
to Indiana. The water wasn't that great.
It's that quarterback, bro. They've been grooming this man. That quarterback.
And his brother's the backup.
Is his brother
Is
the
it?
backup?
He got some burn too.
Oh, I
Oh
love
my
that.
He
God.
got some burn too.
So that's how you. So his brother probably on the notebook, like, bruh, I was just randomly playing on Madden. I'm telling you, or not whatever NCAA. Like I'm telling you, like they got each other's back, man. That's
Yeah.
I like that. I like that
Bro.
a lot.
Good spot for him.
Yeah,
Mendoza's, right?
Mendoza,
Yeah.
Mendoza,
Mendoza's.
Wow,
Yeah, the
Mendoza
Mendoza
brothers.
Shout out to the-
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's what I thought.
Wait, now they should play off that.
They should play. They
That's a
should play
marketing
off that.
scheme.
That
Should we
is.
should we print up some shirts?
We should
Yeah.
bring that up. The Mendoza.
Are their parents
Mendoza
alive?
brothers. Oh
Chill.
no! That was funny though.
No, we could superimpose
That was pretty funny.
the
Actually, their dad was pretty fucked up. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah, we
think
can superimpose their
we can say
heads
that.
like on the.
You remember the John Starks basketball card? I think it's his rookie card, and in the background are the Menendez brothers.
the one I
at-
gave
at
you?
Courtside.
Can I give you John Starks?
Yeah, but you didn't give me
Not
that
in
one.
that one. Oh,
Yeah.
that would have
You
been
gave me one he's dunking. You gave me one he's dunking.
Yeah.
That would have been lit though if they bro. We had
No, that card's like worth a ton of money now because
Wow.
the Menendez
Yeah, it's
brothers
like-
are in the
yeah, they're
top
in the-
card,
Yeah.
That's nuts.
in the photo.
This was like after they had
After they-
when they went on the spending spree.
They went on the
after.
spending
Yeah,
spree
yeah,
and
yeah,
they were
yeah.
courtside at the Knicks.
Yes,
Right.
That's nuts.
Right.
That is.
Nah, but there is
nuts.
something in the water up there. The Hoosiers are really getting it done. I know a couple Hoosier fans that are really hoping that this is their year. The funny
Really?
thing is like the fans, at least the Indiana fans that I know, they're not running around like, oh, we're gonna win a natty, we're gonna win a natty. They're
But
like,
that's what a lot of the talking heads were saying today.
Right.
They're like, Indy could go to the Natty.
yeah, they want it and they believe that it can happen, but they're not out here like calling it yet. That
Yeah,
it looks
but
like the
there's-
Indiana fans are very
Next to Indiana, I don't know. I'm not really good at geography, but I think next to Indiana, there's a state, and I think it's called Ohio,
yeah.
and then it's like Ohio State.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if anybody beating them
Bro,
mugs.
Ohio State probably has like 4 quarterbacks that could beat every team.
Well, we'll
in
see.
the freaking country.
We'll see.
And Matt Patricia, a fucking rocket scientist,
Yeah.
out there calling the defense.
We will see. Didn't they already play too?
No, because they're both undefeated.
Okay.
So no, they're 1 and 2. I don't know if they play. I know they're both Big Ten teams. I don't think they play. No, they don't play. They can play in the big. That's the Big Ten championship right there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a Big Ten.
great
Ooh,
That's gonna be a good one.
ooh, somebody got to go down, and then they may have to play again in the playoffs.
They're gonna
Yeah.
have to. They're gonna have to.
Yeah, they have to.
That's gonna be some good football coming. So I'm excited for that.
Well, we were just
If
talking
that
about we don't
happens.
know who the number one guys are coming out of college. If there's gonna be a time to start looking,
This is when you really
This-
start.
this
to
is a
look.
good time to
that
start
playoff
looking.
Run too.
Yep.
A team, and I didn't even have this in the notes, but a team I know they're not getting any love because they've been winning, but they've been staying in the same rank for the last couple weeks. Is Michigan.
yeah,
You know, Michigan used to be a team they loved to bump Michigan up whenever they could, but right now Michigan is. I think they're 7-2, but they're still been at 21 for like the last 3 weeks.
yeah,
So they're not really getting too much love in the polls. I'll tell you who is getting love in the polls because they've been putting together a couple wins. It's Texas.
yeah.
They're back in the top. They're back in the playoff running. They jump back up to number 11. Arch Manning has put together his 2 best games back to back. Now we're starting to see, okay, this kid's starting to look like.
Something's wrong.
It
No,
still
he's
doesn't look.
definitely- No, he's definitely not.
Can't throw the football.
He's-
Like
No.
something's weird with it.
He still doesn't look great, but
But they've been playing.
they've been
better
playing
football.
better. Like that
Yeah,
one
good
little
win
pass
over-
against Vandy that he just threw to the running back and he just ran it like 70 yards.
Yeah.
They're
It's like-
figuring out what he can and can't do,
Yeah.
and what he can and can't throw now with this new injury or whatever he has.
Yeah, whatever's going on.
yeah. But I think the thing.
But they played, like I said, played their best 2 games the
Exactly.
last 2 weeks.
But his team is elite. Like his
Yeah, elite,
roster
yeah,
is
elite team.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that these polls, I think the reason why they're not talking about it is because the polls are just so not reminiscent of what it's actually probably going to happen in the playoffs.
Right.
Outside of like your top 5 teams, I don't think that the polls are actually like, and I think that's why they're not talking about teams like Michigan as much as they probably used to because it's like, okay, yeah, they've been staying at 21, but it's like at 21 they could still make a run. You know what I'm saying?
If
like,
they
it
went
doesn't
out
really
and then
mean
if they
much.
beat Ohio, if they can beat Ohio State again,
yeah,
then you have to elevate them up.
yeah,
So it's possible for them. Miami, they fell. They're what's the kid? Carson Beck.
yeah, Carson.
All the
Beck.
noise around him. Yeah. Get your ass up. Man.
He's like
Get your ass up
25.
outta
I
here,
know,
bro.
and he would never was that good. He was okay.
He's old as hell.
Yeah,
bro.
he
He's
was-
too old to be. You're too old to be not being the most elite quarterback.
Be
out
killing
when
these
everybody
kids.
thought
Yep.
you were the guy. You're not the guy. Listen, that's hype, and his hype is starting to fade. Some matchups I'm looking at this week is Texas A&M and Missouri. These are ranked opponents. Oregon and Iowa. We went and seen both those teams
Yep.
this year. Iowa's scrappy.
They are.
Oregon is like Oregon could blow you out the water,
They got one of those teams, man.
but they got to go to Iowa.
They do. Iowa. So Iowa was like when we watched them. Iowa was a team that had like a good wide receiver, a good running back, a good quarterback. Right. When we watched Oregon, it looked like everybody on that field.
Yo, they could have put the third. It did look like old school Oregon. Like
Yo.
they could put the third string out there and they could have put up 70.
It was nuts to watch them play. So again, I don't know all the names there. I do know that one wide receiver from Iowa has the opportunity to like
What's
really.
that coach Dan Lanning?
Yeah, Dan Lanning in Oregon. Dan
Shout
Lanning.
out to Dan Lanning.
So that's gonna be a good one to watch. I'll be tuning in.
We got our boys up at Brigham Young. They going up against Texas Tech.
Berkheimer.
Yeah, this is number 8 versus number 9. I think this is gonna have some playoff implications a little bit. And then you got, although LSU's not ranked, they were going up against Bama. Always a good rivalry game there. LSU Bama. Let's see what LSU looks like. In the post Kelly era. I don't know if they played last week. But Bama, we kind of were talking a little bit of shit about Bama earlier this year, but they're back. Again, they're not old Bama. They're
No.
not the most dominant team on the field, but they're rising up the ranks. They're in the top 5. Let's see if they can keep this going, knock LSU out, and keep making a deep run in the SEC.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, the margin of error is getting smaller. So the later in the year you take these losses, the worse it is. So you do not want to lose in front of that college football playoff committee at the end of the year because they remember that it's recency bias. So you want to watch out. And one thing I wanted to note, last week we got the Michael Vick, Sean Jackson
Yeah.
faced off in Philly on their one of their home fields from their playing days.
The Link.
At the Link, brought their colleges up. I thought that was amazing. That's awesome. That was awesome exposure for those teams that don't always get the national spotlight. They had that game on a Thursday night, obviously, because I know Deshaun was talking about all the stuff they had to do to make this game even happen the way they did. They spent about $1 million. I don't know who spent, but that's what it cost to put that game on. And kudos to them and listen, a little bit of Coach Prime effect, right?
Yeah.
Coach Prime had some success. Hey, let's bring some big name coaches that were big names in the NFL. Bring them in, coach these HBCUs.
It's
love it.
working for Delaware State. It's not really working for Norfolk State like that. They only got one win.
But I wonder what the teams were like
Beforehand,
right?
yeah.
Like, because we didn't probably follow them too much, but I wonder what Del State I think has always been pretty like because they try to recruit me, they try to recruit a lot of people I know.
I'm not sure, but I know this. We have been following Delaware State since about week 3, week 4, and we have been talking about how explosive their offense is with Deshaun and that coaching staff there. Their running backs, I think they had that one game where they scored 70, where 3 of their running backs all went over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Their running back this year, James Jones, he went over 100 yards again on this one. Kudos to Norfolk State. That's the only team to keep them under 30 points this year.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's the only team to keep them under 30 points. Every other
That's a big
game
deal.
been 30 and up. So that's a big deal. I think that might have been, because of like you said, because of how big the game was and how, the grandiose and their relationship between Mike Vick and Deshaun Jackson. But what I will say for Deshaun Jackson to come in here, have DSU at 6-3, scoring 30 points a game on average, probably can win that division if they want. I think that's a big showing for Deshaun Jackson. I don't know if he jumps right now from this team to a FBS team or
maybe a year or two.
Maybe, but if he can do this again next year,
yeah.
Okay, now you're doing some Coach Prime type stuff where it's like, all right, if you got these HBCU looking like,
I hope they're making documentaries about.
I hope so too. That would be so fire, bro. Especially for Deshaun, bro.
Because remember how the thing I liked about what Coach Prime was doing was we had Deion Jr. and Deion Jr. was documenting the whole thing.
Yeah,
like 24/7. Every day you were getting updates. You got to see practice. You got to see Shador. You got to see Travis. You got to see Shiloh.
Years
of
the
whole
footage.
thing. Yeah, years of footage, bro. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, if you're gonna follow the Coach Prime blueprint, you have to have that. You have to have that in there, like, especially for Michael Vick and Deshaun Jackson. Like, even if it's just them, like, okay, you don't have any personalities that people want, but people want to see you, Michael Vick. People want to see you, Deshaun.
Yep.
So even if it's just your day to day,
it's like last chance you a little bit.
Yeah.
Except like it's a different perspective. It's
Yeah.
less like there's that pressure, and it's more like, wow, this is like a really great opportunity for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's winning in this situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what I really like about Deshaun Jackson though, with this team,
Mhm.
and like you said, the Coach Prime effect and all that stuff, because they're winning, so winning makes everything a lot better.
Of course.
But Deshaun shows up, fresh fade, fresh braids, diamonds in the ears, chains on.
He does not look
Swag.
like Coach.
No,
like,
bro.
I don't know that. Like, I don't even know how to say that in like a politically correct way, but he does not look like.
But he still puts the khaki pants on, which just kills me every time because he puts the chains on, the earrings, the fucking dope ass vest, and like whatever the heck else,
He's
dope
a
ass
millionaire.
jacket with the shades, and then the standard coach's khakis, bro.
That's mad
I'm like,
funny.
that's so swaggy, bro. I love it.
Michael Vick kind of looks like Coach because he's been coaching in the NFL as like
Yeah.
assistant for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But Deshaun, he just looks like Deshaun, like it's just
Deshaun Jackson as a coach.
I think he's like a visor.
Yeah.
He looks like a video game coach, Michael Vick.
Yeah.
Deshaun does not. There's no video game character coach that looks like Deshaun.
Yeah, bro.
And there should be.
So
There absolutely should be.
just there's another thing. FCS leaders, so they're the number one, pretty much in rushing offense for everything.
Del State?
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
They're
That's pretty cool.
number one rushing.
But wouldn't you
touchdowns.
expect Deshaun Jackson to have an explosive offense as a coach? Like,
But not a running game. You'd expect the pass.
I thought passing too.
but
But
there's an explosive offense.
explosive offense. So again, I don't know if you guys have ever looked at any of their highlights yet. Go look at them.
A little bit, but not as
You'll
much as
notice
I should.
that some of these guys, bro, they look like players. Like
Good.
maybe some of these guys that can go with.
And wait
him
till
on
they've
some
actually
moves.
gotten a class of recruiting
Yep.
underneath them.
So for the
That's
people at
awesome.
home, believe the DSU hype. Go follow them. Go watch them, and watch that transformation happen.
Hell yeah. Jumping into some NBA action, right? Since the last time we've been here, literally the next day after our last episode, the FBI came into town, not in our town, but into whatever town Chauncey Billups and Terry Rozier were in, and they got arrested for a gambling ring. Damon Jones as well. Any thoughts on that? My thoughts on it is I knew these guys were cheating.
Right.
They're still cheating. And you know what? You're just going to have to play within the rules of that. These guys can cheat at any time if they choose to. And whether it be for gambling, for just to screw us over as the bettors, as the fans, it's chaos. It adds to the chaos. Of course, they're not going to go out there. What would be so great is if Karl Anthony Towns could go out there every night and score fucking 20 points. But for whatever reason, sometimes he doesn't do that. Okay? Is Karl Anthony Towns on the take? I don't know. But every time a guy doesn't hit his average, investigation. From now on, investigation.
My thing
Every
is,
time you don't hit
it.
your stat,
I
investigation.
don't hate it.
so what is what do you know the details of it? Like
I don't even believe Chauncey Billups was betting. I think he was doing a poke. He was more involved in the poker
Hold on.
side of it.
No. I saw a post where somebody broke down. They found a few games where his team had a
Chauncey?
comeback. Yeah, Chauncey.
As a
Where
player?
No, as a coach.
Okay.
With the Blazers, where his team had a comeback, came from like a 15-point deficit. They made it down to, 8 points. In the fourth quarter, he pulls off the top scorer off the court.
Oh,
for
I
the
did
last,
see
8
that.
minutes
I
of the
did
game.
see that.
Shit.
So I was like, all right, people are digging up footage where like there's like shaky coaching
Yeah.
calls. And then Thiago Splitter right now is 4-1 with that team.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everybody's like, what?
I love Thiago. Shout out to Thiago.
Yeah,
So
Thiago,
there's
great
definitely
player.
something there with that. And then
Yeah.
all these poker games, they're saying between these NBA players, there was a lot of like a lot of chatter about them betting on games.
Ooh, okay.
Very interesting. Well,
Very
I know
interesting.
Rozier's got tons of highlights.
Oh,
of
I
him.
watched that
Yeah.
one that a lot of people were watching, and
Yeah.
he's obviously taking. Listen, I get it. It's free money. It's an opportunity. But if the league is not going to force them to have any integrity, then they're gonna do that, and guys are not going to get caught, and guys are going to be able to run out there and miss dunks and miss layups or
No. Go down hurt in
that's a guaranteed way to hit.
4 minutes after tip off.
Yeah.
And then they hit their under and boom.
But if you notice, FanDuel put in a rule this year, like if your guy gets hurt in the first quarter and leaves the game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't count. Like, so I wonder if they knew kind of like what was going on.
100. Bro, first off, all this chaos around the investigation and them obfuscating what they're exactly investigating and who they're exactly investigating and everything so loose. The chaos creates the ability to now go under the table and shuffle things around so that they can present this in a way that doesn't shatter their reputation. And remember, the FBI is going to be in cahoots.
Of course.
Everybody's going to be in cahoots because this is a $1 trillion this is a worldwide company we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
I think they've been doing a good job so far for keeping it from like really, really like
Hitting the fan.
hitting the fan and dominating the headlines. Because
Was
like
that story?
it
was just that one day because Cash came out.
Cash
and
came out,
he
yeah.
gave it like a little talk about it, but other than that, you're right. It's not really like dominating the headlines.
You know, Adam Silver.
We'll never let it.
until they get the full indictment comes out and we really like get into the
Right.
trial stuff maybe.
Right, and I feel like they found like right off the
It got to
jump.
go deeper than this though.
Of course
It
it does.
got to go deeper
But
than
is
Terry
anyone gonna-
Rozier
There's-
and Chauncey
but is
Is
Billups.
anyone
enough-
gonna go deeper though?
There's not enough outrage.
Yeah.
There's not enough outrage. To me,
Yeah.
Yeah, not enough outrage.
it's like, look, it's just like in
As a
fighting.
sports bettor, I'm pissed.
It's
Yeah, but are you though? Because
Yes.
yeah,
Because I can clearly see when they're doing this.
Yes, but all I'm saying is like it's not stopping anyone from betting. They're not betting any less. You know,
No,
what I'm
because you
saying?
just hope you get
'cause
lucky.
gotta-
You just hope you get
Right.
lucky that
Just
night.
because the
That
judge-
guy's not on the take that night.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't think it's affecting the
Would you
betting
go to?
industry.
Let me ask you a question.
No, because
Would you go to? Would you go to a horse race? Would you go to a horse race with your friends and bet money when you know the horse race that you're about to go to is fixed? You don't know the winner, but
Right.
somebody has fixed. the
Somebody
horse
knows the winner.
Somebody
race.
knows.
Will
Yeah.
you still go and do that, or are you betting on chance? Because if
Right.
you're gonna bet for novelty, then yeah, it doesn't matter if guys are throwing games.
Right.
who
It doesn't
cares?
matter. It doesn't
'Cause
matter.
I don't know who's doing it, so I'll lose
Yeah.
my fucking money.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, look, I want to bet on something fair. I
Right.
want to bet on something that has an outcome that nobody knows.
Right.
It has to
Right.
be determined on the field or court.
Right.
Then it's like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
This is not what we signed up. Like, this is not what we
Right.
agreed to.
It's
agree.
not. I just feel like they're dealing in the gambling situation, like drugs, like anything that's addicting. It's like just because they got a bad batch or they found out something wrong, it's not going to stop.
not gonna stop them from doing it.
From buying the next set. You know,
Which is
And
kind of
it's just-
fucked up because now you know they're going to pour the money in, and now you can rug pull.
Yeah.
Do you remember Michael Francis? You remember that guy?
Yeah.
He has a bit on Vlad where he talks about sports gambling, and
Yeah.
Vlad straight out asked him, "You don't have to tell me the names, but
He's like, "Have you ever?"
Have
Yeah.
you ever? Are there people?" He goes, "Yes."
Yeah.
He goes, "There's more." He goes, "There's household names of people that I
He's
know."
like, I go
right
find a
now
guy I know who's $50,000 in debt
for a fact. So he's like,
and
look,
offer him $100,000.
Yep.
So it's like, look, this guy was already under federal indictments for all this other stuff
Yeah.
he did. dude, you don't think the FBI has all these wiretaps and all this?
Yeah.
This information has been kept
They
under
know
wraps
that, yeah.
because
And I
they are
feel it's a
protected.
lot of Terry Rozier caliber of players, like the players like
Yes.
that are like
It's
mid-tier, the mid-tiers.
mid-tier guys
Well, check
who are
this out.
not making the
Mid-tier
big money.
guys,
Yep.
guys that are easy to show a photo of and say,
I don't know.
This is the guy that's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
doing it, not us, not the
Yeah,
NBA,
yeah,
not,
yeah.
not our star
Right.
players.
No,
not
I
our-
believe the league is in
our team.
cahoots with all this.
Right.
He's a great
They
scapegoat.
have to be.
I
He's
just
a
when they
great
said
scapegoat.
Chauncey though, that's when I was like, that's wild because I mean, I guess that's a personal thing, but I like Chauncey. I always thought he was a good coach. Like,
Who knows? He may be on the bad side.
Some
of a few
people, but
NBA
some people
legends
say
with
could.
power.
Yeah,
Right.
but some people say he could have been involved for a longer time because obviously he played.
Right,
He was
played.
an impactful player, and then now he's a coach. So they're like, we don't know how long he's been involved. A lot of people have accused, Michael Jordan of that. His whole reason that he was. I don't. Some people have said that he was shaving points. It's hard to see that from Michael Jordan
yeah,
because obviously he's like scoring like 30, 40 points a night. So what were the lines on him for him to shave points? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And think about it.
But
Gambling was illegal then.
yeah, super
So-
illegal,
Yeah.
super illegal.
You had to call your bookie for the spread.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So I don't know if it ever. I mean, obviously there was gambling, people shaving points and stuff like that back then, but like how big and how deep it was, I don't know. Like you said, gambling was illegal then, but now who are the biggest sponsors of the NBA, of the NFL, of the MLB? Every commercial,
Exactly.
FanDuel, DraftKings. When I'm watching NFL Red Zone, I think it's fucked up that like now that they have commercials on there, half the commercials are DraftKings commercials.
Yep. FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, and then on all the lower tier levels, it's always like Chat Sports. On all the lower levels, it's like, and here's our next number, Chat Sports.
And then right after, it's a pharmaceutical that side.
That I don't like. That
side effects
yeah.
are birth
what's the
defects.
guy? Is it Lefko? Adam Lefko has just like a show, NBA show or a college basketball show on like TNT. They're sponsored by a pharmaceutical company. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Not a big
Very
fan of
It's
that.
annoying. This stuff is annoying.
Not a big fan of that. What I am a big fan of, guys, that I didn't know I was a big fan of, but I kind of got into it a couple of weekends ago. Red Bull soapbox racing. If you guys never seen that, please go and YouTube it. Look it up. These people, they build within the rules and guidelines of the contest. They build these little soapbox cars.
Just
And
like push card derby.
Push car derby, bro. Some of them are one guy, some of them are two, but it's basically teams, right? Like we could have our own Believe No Hype team. We could build us a little push car.
You already know I could build a push car, bro.
I already have no doubt.
I'm
that
the best
three of us-
push car
I
driver
have
in
no-
all of Jamaica.
Yes,
Nobody worried about no push card derby.
That's what I'm saying. Earlier this year, we proposed that we could be a bobsled team. How realistic is that? I don't know. It's possible, but but this we can 100% do.
Who's pushing and who's driving?
So there's
I can
so there's
definitely
only
push you
two.
guys
There's,
down the
there's
fucking
two
hill.
drivers.
You guys, because if you see how they crash,
Get killed though.
Yeah, you
Bro, they're
see-
getting torched.
Launched.
I was screaming and I was like hooting and hollering, and I don't do that. My dad was like, "What the hell are you fucking hollering?" And I was just watching these people because when they crash, bro, they crash and the cars like break apart and they go flying. There's like haystacks, bro. It's funny as hell. Funny
I
as
wonder
hell.
what the rules are of building.
suicidal.
So when I was a kid, I was a Cub Scout,
Yes.
and we had to do
Yes,
we
yes,
had to
I
do
remember
those
that. I
little
remember
like
that.
remember you had to
The
make
little
those box
yes.
cars on the ramp.
Yep.
This is very reminiscent of that.
Very
and
reminiscent
I
of
feel
that.
I feel like we can make something super dope
Yes.
out of this.
Yes.
But these courses are kind of nuts.
courses are
like,
nuts,
They're not
bro.
just like
They're
downhill.
all around the world too.
Yeah, they're like some of them are downhill, but some of them have like these crazy
Yeah.
banks.
It's
and-
like you got to, and you have to do the bank. Like you can't skip. If you skip them, you get disqualified. Like it's a whole thing. So
I like this, bro. Should we do like a Knight's Tale themed one, bro? Like where we're like wearing armor and fucking.
That's fine.
Like we could do some shit like that. You already know.
We're gonna die in that armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be not.
Not if
fucking
we
fun.
drive good.
Yo.
Not if we drive good.
If we make it.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
make
if
it.
we make it
though.
through, I think we
Maybe.
can. What are the
If we win?
prizes looking like? You think? Did you see that?
No, I didn't really. I just was. I thought
Just
it was
for
for the
fun?
glory.
Make it, no
Oh, it was for
compound
the
fractures.
Yeah.
If we don't make it,
Oh, it was for the
compound fractures
glory.
for everybody.
I thought it was for the glory. I thought it was definitely for
Chick
the
stick
glory.
stars.
Elbow poking out through my skin.
Yeah.
Push
definitely-
cart trophy.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm telling you, I think
I like it.
I definitely think that we could do that.
Sounds like some London shit though.
Hell yeah, bro. Another thing I thought about this past week, I was watching a movie, and I'll tell you the movie in a minute. But I started to think about what are some of the we've talked before about some of our favorite and some of the top sports movies. But what are some of those underhyped, not so much talked about sports movies that are cult classics, that are our personal favorites that we grew up with, You know, and I'll start off with the one that I was watching that made me think of this topic was Angels in the Outfield.
Oh, that's a good one.
And if you think back in the time, okay, like it was a good movie, but like now you 30 years later, however long, and you look at the cast of that movie. I mean, you got Danny Glover,
Yep.
Christopher Lloyd, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Mm-hmm.
You got Adrian Brody, right? What's his name?
Yep.
Tony Danza, Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey. Oh, that's right. He was one of the baseball players,
Yeah,
right?
and Brenda Fricker, who was like the old lady from like Home Alone, like that lady, she's in it too.
That's nuts.
Like that's a crazy cast. I love that movie. It's a nice little heartfelt story.
Yep.
So it was pretty. I know it's a remake actually, technically, but the version that came out in like what was that, the 90s?
Yeah.
Whatever. I thought that was pretty dope. What do you guys think of some of your favorite underhyped sports movies?
I don't know if you ever saw the soccer movie Goal, The Dream Begins. This is 2005.
I heard of it, but I
movie.
never saw it.
Check it out. It's about this kid who's like a son of like a landscaper. So he's a landscaper and he's working, and he's really good at soccer, and he plays like in a pickup league or whatever, and he gets scouted by an English team, Newcastle. Like it's
Yeah.
big. But it actually like takes you to Newcastle, and it like shows you. But a lot of like the training footage and the playing footage, it's very realistic, very realistic. So it's really cool because it's like not one of those sports movies that like when they're on the court it feels fake. It's kind of like Blue Chips.
Yeah.
Blue Chips
I like
felt
Blue Chips.
so real when they were playing.
Yeah.
That's the same feel you get with this. So it's a really cool movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I have one that's like underhyped. I feel like all of mine like
Or like
are like people like the what's the one with they did the remake. It was like Adam Sandler and Nelly. I feel like
Longest Yard.
Yard.
Oh.
But like I
like
feel
the
like people
original?
know that
Yeah,
one.
people
The
know
original
that.
one was dope
I don't
too.
know. I
Like-
would say
Shouldn't have had down that popcorn.
people know
Yeah.
people
That's
know
great.
the remake. But I don't know if people know
No, the original,
like, our generation.
With Bert. What's his name?
It's like that was one of my dad's favorite movies.
yeah, like
Mean
that.
Machine.
Yeah, the Meme Machine.
Mm-hmm.
But of course everyone knows like Field of Dreams. Like those are all like mine.
Yeah, I was
Mine
like,
aren't
Field of-
underhyped.
Field
Mine
of
are-
Dreams is not underhyped.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like I don't really have like a.
What's the
I got one.
baseball movie? Rosengardner, Rosenbumner,
Rookie of the Year. That was on my list.
Rosenhauser,
Yeah.
Rosengardner. Rosenberger.
Rosenhauser.
Yeah.
That's an underrated one. Little Giants.
Ooh,
see.
I love when I was a kid. I
A
love
lot of them I
movie.
feel like are kid movies.
When I was
but,
a
like,
kid, I watched that back recently, and I was
Little
like,
Giants.
it doesn't hit as hard.
It
when
doesn't
I'm
hit. I
older.
watched
Yeah.
it.
When
It
I was a
doesn't
kid,
hit.
though, I was like, yo, that
I was like,
I
I used to watch that for games.
yeah, yo, I don't know
Little
why
Giants?
it hyped me up. It hyped me
It
up
hyped
too.
me.
Yeah,
It's football is like the
Isn't
whole thing
Spike
about
in it?
football and
Isn't
having
Spike in it.
yeah,
Spike, like that
Spike.
shit pumped me up, like doing the pull ups and
Yeah,
shit.
Icebox.
Yeah, bro.
Icebox. I grew up with a girl that was like Icebox. She could ball with all the dudes.
I
Six
played
man.
football with a girl. Six man.
I don't-
Man,
haven't
I
seen
think I
it.
brought that up with Marlon
Dwayne's-
Wayans.
Dwayne's-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were
Underrated.
saying that
Freaky.
one.
It's freaky.
Underrated.
That's a freaky movie.
It's a freaky movie.
That's freaky.
And my last one was Mighty Ducks 3. I know a lot of people love Mighty Ducks 1, Mighty Ducks 2.
Yeah,
Mighty Ducks 3 when they go to prep school,
yeah,
that is kind of fire.
It's
Yeah,
great.
it was.
It's kind of fire.
It's great.
it was.
Like I messed with that.
They're all
one.
on the JV team.
Yeah, yeah. Then at the end they had to play the varsity and shit.
Yeah.
The Banks
And then
got
one of them
bo-
makes one of yeah
Banks.
Banks makes
Banks
it.
makes it
goes to
always.
varsity. Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Banks, but he's
And
nasty.
then
Yeah.
Banks is a little comb over.
Yeah, yep.
Like Banks, save us. And he's like, I can't say shit.
But then he ended up playing for the other team at the very end. He ended up playing for the JV squad.
He ended up
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
with his
he
boys.
said-
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
like,
like, come back with
Ducks.
Charlie and them.
Ducks fly together.
That's right.
Quack.
That's right.
Quack, 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 quack.
quack.
Another topic I was thinking of as I was sitting in my home watching television this past week. What are some of the most iconic intros in television history? This is from as long as far back. You want to go I Love Lucy type to whatever. I don't even know what new shows are out on the market now.
Wait,
but
you said intros?
intros.
Can we say like sports intros too?
You can. Like it's like Sunday Night Football type.
Yeah,
you
'cause
could.
I was gonna say I was watching a lot of like full Jordan games from the 90s.
Oh yeah, like NBC.
Those NBC
Yeah.
intros.
I'm glad they're back on NBC. Yes.
Bro, that intro is
I love
so
that.
good to bring you into the game.
Yeah.
And like the camera shots it gives you, and like
Yeah.
it's just it's like really makes you feel like you're about to watch like a really interesting whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then it shows Michael Jordan's face and Scottie Pippen, and you're like, dude, this is dope.
Didn't you say the NBA is back on ABC?
Back on NBC. Yep.
So have you watched the primetime NBA game yet for ABC? I haven't yet. Did they do?
Opening night was fire.
Okay.
And Michael Jordan is on NBC.
Okay.
He does like a little commentating.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like they got to get me. I feel like that's something that can get me back into early NBA season stuff. Is that entertainment factor of like having like the iconic intro? the iconic entertainment. Yep.
Yeah, I used to remember as a kid watching those NBA games.
Yeah.
Yeah, iconic TV show intro. What about you, Berg?
Iconic TV show intro that like. I mean, I'm thinking like Family Matters. Like I'm thinking like stuff like that.
That's a good one.
You know,
Family Matters is a great
yeah,
one.
like ones that people.
It's a rare condition.
Sanford
In
and
this
Son,
day and
bro.
age.
Sanford and
Sanford
Son.
and
Yeah.
Underrated intro, yeah.
Yo,
But I wasn't watching that as much. Like I was watching, but like
I don't know.
one that's
Family
like
Matters,
really
though.
funny to me that like most people don't even know. You were talking about on the thing with movies that were like underrated or not known about.
Yeah.
But there was this show on UPN 9 when I was a kid, probably in like '96 or '98.
Mhm.
It was called Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs.
And
I
they
had Beetleborg
had, bro,
toys, bro.
they had the best intro, and
I-
it was Big Bad Beetleborgs.
If I find my Beetleborgs toys, I'm gonna give them.
Please, bro, that was my shit. Like, like I know Power Rangers, of course, all that stuff was dope or whatever, but Beetleborgs was like so corny and next level. But that intro was nuts. Beetleborgs Metallic was even better. So
Ooh,
Yeah.
Beetleborgs was tough though.
that's a good one.
I mess with Beetleborgs.
Rocket Power was dope too. It
Oh,
showed
yeah.
everybody,
Rocket
it showed
Power was
everybody
tough.
shredding.
Yeah,
Everybody was just shredding in the intro.
that's very true.
One of mine is because it shows so many great parts of our beloved state is the Sopranos.
Killer intro. Killer.
Sopranos intros,
Rutgers
fire.
football.
It's like
Rutgers
driving
football.
watching the Sopranos is like driving to work for me.
Yeah,
That's I see half that shit on my way to work. The Office I fuck with because that. I used to like binge. You guys know I used to binge watch The Office like all the time.
yeah, every day.
And my niece, whenever she would like stay over, she'd be like, "I can't fucking sleep because all I hear is the." But I used to go to sleep to that.
Yeah.
So to me, that's iconic. And one more I had was The Simpsons. I was like, I feel like
Of
they're,
course,
like,
of course.
that's half the show. Like,
The
is their iconic intro. They always switching up the couch gag. Oh, and one more that's stuck. That's always like forever lives in my head. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your
Great
name.
show.
Great intro. Great
Great
show.
show.
Great
Dun,
show.
dun, dun, dun.
Watch that back. If you haven't seen Cheers, go back and watch
Yes.
it. Great show.
Yeah.
Cheers. I watched Cheers and Frasier.
Yeah. Oh, Frasier's great.
Cheers.
Yeah, those are good shows to go to sleep to. Let's jump into a little bit of overhype, underhype to close out tonight. I got a couple of topics here that encompass some of the things we talked about tonight. We'll hit them real quick, rapid fire. We'll start off with my boy Drake May. MVP talk, overhype, underhype, hype is real.
Hype is real for Drake May. I think that people aren't going nuts by saying he is an MVP. People aren't calling him sucky at all really. So I think the hype is right where it needs to be. And until he can do something like a 400 yarder with like 3 touchdowns and he really like puts the team on his back and you could see it.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be difficult for him to become an MVP,
CB, any thoughts?
especially in sophomore year.
I don't think it. Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I'm so neutral on him, so I can't really even say. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I would say, what would that be?
The hype is real.
Hype is real.
Hype is real. No.
No. It was a
That'd be confirming.
yeah. I would say overhype.
Overhype maybe.
overhype.
Yeah,
I
overhype.
gotta see more.
Gotta
maybe.
see more.
Yeah.
I would say I think mine would be underhype, and I would say underhype because, like you just said, it's his sophomore year. I don't think he's actually gonna win, but I think it's cool that his name is in the conversation. Maybe that's not underhype. I'm not sure, but I think it's cool that like I said at the beginning of the year as a Patriots fan, you told me Drake May will be an MVP. I'm like, he doesn't even need to be in the MVP conversation
Yeah.
for us to. We just need to win, like
Yeah.
and be competitive. So to see him be out there and playing well, staying consistent. I'm gonna go with the underhype. The Broncos. The Broncos as playoff contenders. Obviously, we know what you said. You gave us a really strong take, saying that they could potentially be a Super Bowl contender.
Absolutely.
Broncos as contenders. Overhype, underhype, hype is real.
Broncos as contenders is hype is real. If not underhype, I feel like they should be talking about this Broncos team. Well, there's certain teams I need to be talking about, and like I know they're all West Coast teams that everyone needs to be talking about, but the Broncos are one of those teams. Like they need to be putting some respect on that name. Try to understand and break down what it is that they're doing there to win these games. Because I feel like they're not talking about how they're even winning. they're just like, oh, they just have a good record. And it's like, nah, like they're doing something real out there. Sean Payton has changed like how they play, has changed their attitude a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like what they're doing. So underhyped.
Love it. What about the Chiefs? Are they going to be able to still make a playoff run? Is their chance at getting back in and being a perennial contender still available? Chiefs, overhype, underhype, hype is real.
Which one was it? Sorry.
The Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs, bro.
Yeah, can they still make a playoff run?
Man, the Chiefs. Can you ever bet against the Chiefs, bro? Like, that's my thing. Is like, can you ever say that they're ever or overhyped? Because they always seem to pull it out at the end of the, they always seem to pull it out. I think the hype is real. I think where they are is exactly, I think who everyone thinks they are is exactly who they are.
Right.
I don't think that they are a team that, at least that from my eye test, I don't feel like they've got that like magical run in them right now.
Yeah.
So I'm saying hype is real.
Hype is real.
This is a test of heart. This is like, are they the Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, franchise, real franchise that they created, the dynasty that they created, or are they just a flash in the pan, win a few chips, and that's it?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I think hype is real with the Chiefs. I think they will make the playoffs, even if they're the last seed. I think they get in. I don't even want to see it. I don't even want to be a part of an NFL league where the Chiefs aren't in the playoffs.
Right.
Even as the bottom seed. So I'm going to go say hype is real because I hope that they make it. Arch Manning, you said that he seems like he's a little banged up. But can Texas as a whole, not just about Arch Manning, but can Texas obviously now they are back in, but can they make a playoff run?
I think that they're over. I think the team as a whole is overhyped, and that really starts with Arch Manning. I think they got great athletes. We talked about this already, but I think until Arch shows that he's like, that guy, I don't think that they're going to go too much further than just a couple nice stat lines and good skill players.
Watching a big team fall apart like Notre Dame, it's like they don't fall. Like Texas hasn't fallen apart like that.
That's true.
So I think they're going to make a run.
Okay.
But we'll see. But they haven't fallen apart.
I think for me, I want to say hype is real because, again, they were sort of falling apart, but they've been able to recover, get 2 big wins back to back, put a couple wins back to back. The Red River rivalry, I think,
big
was
ones,
big to turn.
Yeah,
them
that's
around,
kind of started this.
just as a unit, and I would love to see them make the playoffs because I think there's nothing more than the college football playoff committee would love than to be able to vote a Manning into this college football playoff.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say hype is real. One last football related one. Carly Gordon on the sidelines for the Colts. Has this been great leadership? A PR stunt? Overhype? Underhype? Hype is real. Carly Gordon. Gordon.
As much as praise as I've given her, I think that the storyline of her presence being the reason why they are winning is definitely overhyped because I think that there's a lot of stuff going on there that is good, and I think that she's a key part of it. I just don't think that we could just sit here and be like, oh, she's the reason why. Like she's not coaching the team.
Right.
She's not playing the games. But I really think that she's doing something there. I don't know if it's her little, a woman's touch, as they might say, but whatever she's doing is working. So, but I'm still overhyped on that.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think you guys kind of changed my mind just in this conversation, just of like her presence has an impact.
Right.
Whether good or bad, it has an impact,
Right.
and they're winning.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, let's see what happens. Is this going to be a pattern, or is this just a in the moment thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say hype is real because we've all collectively agreed something is happening there. Excuse me, I'm going underhype. Something is happening there. I don't know if there's enough of proof of if it's all her, partly her, if it's just a coincidence, like CMB initially said, if it's just a coincidence that she's here, right place, right time.
Yeah.
But I think the story is a beautiful story. I think it's a great story, especially considering how much Jim Irsay was meant to the league, to that team, to that city. It's good to have a feel-good story around her being able to contribute to their comeback. And I got one last one just because it was like a topic that we kind of focused on a little bit. The whole NBA gambling arrest scandal is this huge, big deal, overblown, overhyped, underhyped, hype is real NBA gambling scandal.
I feel like it's underhyped, man. We don't know not nearly enough information, as we were just saying. Like, I feel like they're doing a good job of sweeping it a little bit and getting in front of it. But how deep does it go, bro? Like, like who else? Like, what is really going on there? And I get it. You don't want to, outshine the start of the NBA league season, but, what is going on?
You're killing me for NBA tickets. You're
Right.
killing me to stream the game.
Right.
You're killing me for everything. I got to sit through a commercial break every 4 minutes.
Right.
It's like, and you're gonna fake the games.
Yep.
This is super underhyped.
Yep.
Super.
Like I may just watch European basketball.
Facts. I'm gonna go ahead and say somewhere between hype is real and underhype, because one is there's a bigger story here. There's a lot more going on than they're letting on. We know it goes deeper than just Terry Rozier, Damon Jones, and Chauncey Billups. There's no way they're letting the mobs not putting all their money on those three guys to change the outcomes of games. So I believe it goes deeper than that. Maybe we get a bigger story, but maybe it goes too deep that if they really went digging, we have no more league.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that one we want to know a little bit more about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna call it for today.
Got a couple last thoughts, y'all.
Go ahead, run them
Shout
off.
out to my boy Kyle Manungai over
Kyle
there.
Manungai.
I know I'm
Jersey boy,
you
Rutgers
heard me.
boy.
You heard
On
me.
that pill.
I was still. So I'm saying I had a lot of
talking-
hate towards you,
Remember
bro.
how he was talking crazy about
But you
Manungai
know
last
what?
year?
Yo, every time you've touched the rock so far in the NFL, you have proven me wrong, and I'd love to be
Sure.
proved wrong, bro. 100+ yards, man. Couple touchdowns, bro. You really did. And I think you won angry runs too this week, because you're out here really, really toting it. You might be toting it so much that DeAndre Swift might be out of a job, bro. So shout out to Rutgers, shout out to Jersey boys running the NFL at running backs. Shout out to you, bro.
CMB, any final thoughts for the people?
Second that.
Hell yeah.
Second that. Absolutely. Shout out to Kyle Manungai, Jersey boy, Rutgers boy. And with that note, if today you laugh, learn, or question the hype, remember to like, follow, subscribe, comment, and share. The subscribe button is somewhere down there. And listen, follow us on all social medias. We thank you for the support. We thank you for tuning in. And remember, as always, believe no hype.
Peace.